DP.
Dan Patrick.
Welcome to the Dan Patrick Show.
We are the most unathletically decorated show in radio history, I think.
America's most revered sports talk show.
Respect the position that you have.
But today, Dan Patrick and the four Danettes are not here. So sitting in for Dan Patrick and hosting the Dan Patrick Show, it's Jonas Knox, LaVar Arrington, and Brady Quinn.
It is the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio, but it's not Dan Patrick, and it's not the Danettes. It's two pros and a cup of Joe here, sitting in for Dan and the guys. It is LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you. You can find us, as always, on the iHeartRadio app. You can find us on hundreds of affiliates all across the country. We are going to take you live until noon Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific here in the AM on the West Coast. But if you are listening on the podcast, we appreciate you doing so. And you can follow along and watch the show on YouTube. Just search Two Pros FSR on YouTube, and you can hang out with us here on this post-long holiday weekend here on a Monday morning. And how the hell are we feeling here, boys? How's it going? How's everybody?
Real good.
Ready to get back to work?
Good morning.
A lot of slow commuters this morning on the roads.
It's all right. We were all awake.
People taking as long as they can to get into work and get back to the swing of things here on a Monday morning.
There are a lot of people having a good time out watching them soccer games, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, VAR. You're getting into it. You're starting to get into it, right?
No.
What?
No. I got into a seat and sat around all of the people. That was fun, just being around the energy. You know, people rooting and cheering and drinking and laughing and hooting and hollering. It was good.
You're in it now.
No,
He's back.
No. Nope. I had a good time, and then I took it on in.
Yeah.
Like the old man that I am.
Well, we do have some good news. We had a red card suspension, which means congratulations, the U.S. gets their guy back. Balogun is going to be available to play coming up later on against Belgium. So some good news here. Now, how we got to this point, I've seen all sorts of stories float around on social media, some involving the president, some people claiming that's embellished. There's been all sorts of stuff that has happened here. But nonetheless, ultimately, the right call was made. Should never have been a red card. Yeah, it shouldn't have been a red card. But here we go, and the U.S. is going to be at least at full capacity, ready to go, coming up as they try and advance past the round of 16 against Belgium later on.
You know, the only issue that I would issue out, pun intended, would be the fact that during the course of the history of the World Cup, if my information serves me correctly, 189 red cards have been given out during the history of the World Cup. You know how many red cards have been suspended during that duration of time?
Bet you it's not 189.
It ain't 189. It's 2. And the second one was this one that just took place. 2 in the history of it's a historical anomaly. I just, to me, it's not about did he deserve the red card. And I hate to say this, but to me it's really about the idea of human error. Like, he made a bad call. He made a bad call. Like, the call stands. For all those 180, what I say it was, 189 of them, I'm sure a whole bunch of them were not warranted red cards. But nonetheless, they still served out their suspension. To me, I think we're in the U.S., and I think the timing of it makes it kind of seem poor that a U.S. player would get their red card suspended. But, I mean, it happens, I guess. That's sports.
So a few things. One, VAR is involved, right? the replay system. So it's not just the actual official on the field who's making
not
that determination.
Me. I'm not involved.
That's
VAR,
my
not
VAR
you,
is. You're
but
right.
there is still the aspect of the TV element and so forth. And that's actually one of the arguments reportedly the U.S. made to FIFA, was that it's a bit unfair how they go about kind of judging that foul in the context of replay and slow-mo in particular. And here's honestly like what I feel like is the biggest issue. It's not like FIFA's been the cleanest organization throughout time. It's just the fact that the U.S. is hosting. It feels like the U.S. is getting preferential treatment. And anytime you say the big guy's name, it's like you say Trump was involved or Howard Lutnick, who's a part of his cabinet, was back channeling to FIFA. Now it becomes a controversial issue. Like, it couldn't just be about soccer. We had to make it more about politics, et cetera, et cetera. So my issue with this is, did we get it right? Sure. I don't think that warranted what he got. I think there honestly should be an argument made for the how punitive it is to get a red card, miss time. Your team plays down a man for the remainder of that game, which was 35 minutes? 25, like whatever the amount of time was. You're out of the game. Your team has to play without you. And now we're going to suspend him for the next game too? For, again, what looked to be an accident more than anything else. It wasn't egregious in nature. And I'm not trying to argue like there needs to be subjectivity to every foul. I think that's one of the things about, soccer or any, professional sport with the replay system is hopefully it speeds it up. Otherwise we'd be debating and politicking about every foul that's ever been made. But when you look at the fact that it is somewhat unprecedented, as LaVar has pointed out, even though we have seen it before, I can understand why people think it's, hey, the U.S. is hosting, so they get the benefit of the doubt. You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I think there's a lot of U.S. fans, too, that are actually okay with this because they feel like it was a BS call in the first place. I just want to say this, all right? If you are a fan out there listening right now, or if you are one of those people who is really excited about the fact that the U.S. gets back one of its best players, and they feel like, hey, maybe there's some, preferential treatment going on and all that, you can't ever say anything about Notre Dame. I just want to throw that in there. Like, you can't make comments about the U.S. getting preferential treatment and defend it now, and then sit there when it comes to college football season and bash Notre Dame and they're getting preferential treatment. They don't have to join a conference.
This came out of nowhere. No. This was made personal.
No.
This is
I'm just saying. Every U.S. fan out there who's like, "Oh, I'm so excited! We get our guy back," and they're taking it, like they're taking advantage of the situation. You got nothing to say when it comes to college football. All right, nothing to say.
No, don't change it to college football now.
I'm just saying.
You put your flag in the ground.
There is shoehorning.
Dang. And then what was that?
And then there's that.
That's right. That's right. All you guys out there right now,
it was
smile on your face, excited for the U.S. Take that.
Just force
Take
that
for
on
preferential treatment, all right?
With all these
candy asses,
with all these 3-week-old newfound soccer fans that are trying to run with this story and keep it as just a basic, boring, surface level take. Then you got Brady Quinn dropping an Irish elbow from the top rope.
If we're in the top 12 ranked this season, and they get automatically in the playoff, guess what?
I don't want to hear
We're the U.S. We're the U.S. right now in this soccer parallel example. I don't want to hear anyone, all right, complaining about it. If you're right now a fan of what's taking place in the world of soccer and the World Cup for the United States, that's all I will say.
I got to admit, it was a hell of a bit.
Done, man.
It was. Your setup was phenomenal.
That's what I'm talking about.
I gotta say, I was caught off guard.
Play this right next to the national anthem, "Country Roads," but it's all one and the same now, folks.
I gotta say, I was so pleasantly surprised.
Stunned
when you made it all about you and Notre Dame.
I was stunned.
I was. That's right.
I was all in. I was all in.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to fine myself $10 just for making it all about me and Notre Dame. We'll call it a Notre Dame fine.
I was all in, though. I got to tell you. I was right there with you.
I will fine myself for this, but I also want you all to realize there's a lot of hypocrisy that goes on then, all right? You can't be a fan of one decision and not be a fan of the other, okay?
That was well executed.
I was. I mean, walked us all the way down the lane.
You could have told me, hey, what angle do you think Brady's got for this USA Soccer?
I would have said nothing.
That would have been the last thing I would have thought of. I never even occurred to me that Notre Dame football would be brought to the forefront in the middle of the World Cup. But you know what? Here we are. And I salute you. That is a.
I mean, talk about.
I should add, FIFA
dropping a building.
FIFA has granted. FIFA's granted Belgium the right to appeal against this suspension. I believe they have until. Well, I believe that's actually over. I believe we've now passed the time in which they could appeal this
he's
and be
cleared
heard and so forth. Yeah, I think he's cleared. He's going to go now. It was 8 a.m. Eastern time this morning was when they had time to appeal.
So Ian Dark and Landon Donovan were calling the Brazil-Norway game yesterday, which is great. By the way, Holland for Norway.
What happened to Brazil?
He looks like as he was getting older, his face froze. Like it doesn't match the rest of his body. It's a weird, and he's so good. Every time the guy touches the ball, it's a goal every single time, and he's just embraced the
How does
U.S.
it sound
culture.
when he gets that goal?
I don't know. It's like watching Game of Thrones.
How's it sound? How's it sound? How's it sound, Jones?
What? What do you mean?
Come on. Yeah, I mean, no one can hold it longer than you.
Andres Cantor.
No one can hold it longer than Jonas.
Well,
but the question is now. This is a Monday.
Yeah.
All right. The question is, can you hold that note in the Harry Carey voice, though? That is to me, that is the biggest challenge.
No.
Just getting right out of the gate. Can you hold that goal with the Harry Carey voice?
Harry was just trying to keep himself from falling out of the booth. All right, so he wasn't trying to hold his breath.
It would take the goat of goats to be able to pull off doing it long, doing gold, and doing it in the Harry Carey voice.
I would need. I got to let the voice warm up a little bit. That's a tall task. I'll do it later on. I'll give it a go later on. I will.
We had the moment. The moment was here. It's come, and it's.
Nah, listen. Well, I'll do it. Let's.
God's God. I don't want it.
Let it sit a little bit.
Nah.
But my point was, so Ian Dark and Landon Donovan were talking about the red card reversal, and Ian Dark said it best. He said, "Hey, ultimately, right call. Just optics are not going to sit well with people. You know, it's just the way it is." And because of Trump's involvement, as Brady pointed out, the second that's even within the vicinity of a storyline, people have already made up their mind.
Someone with color-dyed hair all of a sudden starts spouting off about it. It's like you didn't care about this like 10 minutes ago.
Color.
Now all of a sudden you're a soccer fan. You're rooting for Belgium. Like what happened here?
You do.
I'm just calling it. I see it, dude. It's like you just can't ever have anything that doesn't involve politics now, even in this instance. Which, by the way. Article 27 of the FIFA disciplinary code allows for this sort of thing. Even though it's rare, it really comes down to, and FIFA will probably make a change moving forward because it supersedes this Article 66.4. We're not going to get into the weeds of all this, but essentially they've now within their own rules and code of conduct and disciplinary code have figured out that, they've got to have a little bit more clarity on how this came about, because it can't just be a president calls of the host country and has its way. But again, it's not like FIFA hasn't had issues in the past, right? But we'll just call it what it is.
I mean, I'll call it what it is. For people that are not familiar, my wife is Mexican, so the in-laws had a rooting interest for what happened last night in the game against England, which was a phenomenal game. Most of these games have been great, and it just seemed like there was a real concerted effort to try and get Mexico to advance. I'll just say that. So if we're going to go down the whole of,
you're saying it, by the way.
Well, if we're going to go down the whole of, all right, well, FIFA this. I mean, you could watch soccer games, and a lot of things could be brought into question when it comes to soccer. Whether it is the flopping, whether it is the cards that are handed out. By the way, how about the guy from England who hopped the fence or hopped the little wall after the game was over, the match last night, and snapped his wrist? Like, what are you doing, dude? This guy's in a hospital in Mexico right now while the rest of the team is flying to Kansas City because he hopped over the wall and snapped his wrist.
Sounds like that Jagaloon that tried to play basketball and tore his patella tendon up.
Damn.
Dislocate, blew his kneecap out.
Who?
And kept playing.
Oh, you talking about the Monmouth Massacre?
City sucked it up and finished the game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Sounds like that guy.
Yeah, by the way, Brady, I'm surprised you didn't wrap your arms around the Monmouth Massacre name that was given to that event.
I just could care less about that whole story. Can we go back to the game last night, though? To your point, there was a sense of, not only some of the calls, but also like the extra time. Then we're going, not only it was 11 minutes in the final half or the second half of extra time, but then we're even going over that at certain points. It really felt like there was a concentrated effort to making sure Mexico had every opportunity to win that game.
Yeah. It's been a success. People have been really, really fired up about what they've done, and ultimately, this is what happens.
Are they out now?
I think
fuera.
The only people happy besides England fans and then whoever has to play there next is that hotel, that poor hotel where the away teams had to stay, or I guess whoever Mexico was playing. My goodness, man. I'm hoping that ends at some point. Those poor players and fans just continually heard mariachi bands and fireworks and cars honking and God knows what was going on.
Well, come on over any weekend you want here.
I was counting the flopping though. I was because
you know what though. I'll say this. No. That game, and I was gonna specifically direct this at Mexico. They were the worst of any team that's played so far. In particular, in that match versus England, they were flopping. Everywhere. Everything was like some guy got hit by a sniper out there on the field.
I just think it's funny how they grabbed the wrong body part. Like, if there was a body part to grab that was connected to the contact, air quotes, don't get hit on your hip and grab your air. Like, don't get hit on your toe and grab your opposite leg knee. Like, it's weird. They grab the first thing they think to grab and just lay there.
Trying to sell a call, man. You're trying to.
They lay there and then they get up and run like nothing happened. That's weird to me, man. I'm sorry, bunch of dudes doing that. That's weird to me, man. I don't know. It's just that's what I seem to see when I be watching the matches.
Do you notice too, LaVar? Have you seen enough PKs to see where there's the whole tactic of delaying the PK?
Y'all
the
went
guys
up top.
walking.
Y'all went up top for the one PK, huh?
For Harry Kane?
The homie jumped up and blocked it with his jangles.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all sit up top because you had to have some big one. You had to have a big one to go ahead and stop that oncoming kick.
Guy got it right in the balls.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
But he shook it off.
These guys are selling out, man.
Yeah, he did. He's
selling out.
He sold out his right to make kids, but hey, he kept playing.
I don't really understand since you can't use your arms.
Aye, Captain.
How do you not jump and cover that part?
How do you forget to cover that part?
Like you got to cover that, right?
That either says he is a slanger, meat dangler, or he's a nada at all. It's one of the two. Either he's sitting there like and the kind of squeeze. Or he's like like caterpillar like slide.
So light switch or a lightsaber.
Yeah.
I got you, man.
And it has to be one of the two. It's so insignificant he don't even care to cover up.
I got you.
Or it's so significant, not a ball on this ball in this world can hurt me. It's gonna take more than that.
Yeah, that's a foul.
He didn't come out the game. He didn't come out the match. He kept going.
That's a major foul. You know what else is a foul? Toilet paper. Brown card issued. Dry TP smears and leaves extra men on the field.
Oh, no.
Dude wipes are XL.
Flag.
And they're wet, and they're built to close out the game properly. Send a free 10-pack to a TP user you know at dudewipes.com/brown card.
Hey, man, don't leave them extra men on the field, man.
No.
You get a penalty every time, man.
By the way,
Like, hey, who are you guys?
at some
Who
point,
are y'all out here?
at some point, can we talk about your cooking device at some point on this show?
Huh?
Your cooking device over there.
Oh, you stupid.
That's one of the most amazing things. I never even thought to do it. I've never
Well,
seen
you don't
anything-
eat food. You drink blood.
No, but that's incredible.
I mean, but I guess if you ever wanted to heat up one of your blood packets, now you have a little creative alternative.
Can we talk about it?
Sure.
So Brady, LaVar's got this, or actually, should we tease it?
Yeah,
Let's
you can
all right,
tease
yeah,
it.
let's
You can
tease
tease
it.
it.
It's one of the most amazing achievements I've ever seen in my life. So we will get into that for you. We're also going to have some fun on this show. It is two pros
Going
and a
to?
cup of Joe filling
geez.
in for the Dan Patrick Show. We've got another edition of In Case You Missed It. We're going to have our FSR IR. We'll explain that coming up in hour 2 of the program. All of it is yours here on this 3-hour extravaganza. So up next, you talk about inventions, and then you talk about this, and it's yours right here on FSR. But researchers discovered an exposed database containing roughly 24 billion records with usernames, email addresses, plain text passwords, and login URLs because the data was compiled from many past breaches and info-stealer malware logs. Billions of online accounts could be at risk of takeover and other cybercrimes. Cyber threats are everywhere. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for identity threats, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. And LifeLock alerts you right away if anything pops up. If you do become a victim of identity theft, you get your own restoration specialist who will fix identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. Your protection is backed by LifeLock's $1 million protection package. If your money is stolen or you need coverage for personal expenses or lost wages due to identity theft, LifeLock has your back. Join now and save up to 30% off. That's right, 30% off your first year with promo code Patrick. Call 1-800-LifeLock or head to lifelock.com and use promo code Patrick for 30% off. Terms apply. So where did you guys land on the Jaylen Brown trade? As the Celtics went ahead and pulled the trigger, traded Jaylen Brown to the 76ers for Paul George, a couple of first-round picks, a couple of second-round picks, and away we go.
Is this not enough compensation for Jaylen Brown? Is that the common criticism for this trade happening?
Has Paul
Yeah.
George fallen to actually even be a part of that being the question attached to him being a part of the trade?
Well, that's why I ask
crazy.
it, because I see that, but I'm thinking to myself, it's a decent amount of draft picks. You get Paul George in exchange, and I don't know. I'm more posing the question. I don't really haven't followed Jaylen Brown enough with his game. I know he's a really good player, but it feels like it's somewhat fair. And maybe there was a fracture that was created after the news of Jaylen Brown being shopped around anyway. And so maybe this was a situation that was untenable for both sides.
I think it's when you start at Giannis and then you end up here. I think that's where people look at it and go, what's happening? And all the reports are that there was kind of a panicked move. They didn't need to do it now. There wasn't, that it didn't have to happen now. And on top of that, you traded him to the team that just eliminated you and him in the playoffs. So you've made them even better. So now Philly's gotten even better and the Celtics have gotten worse because Paul George availability's been an issue. He's 36 or 35, whatever it is. And those picks are going to be late round picks. Philly's going to be good. I mean, Philly's roster is really interesting now. All of a sudden, that looks like a team you're going to have to contend with.
You have a big three now, a legit big three.
I guess the problem.
And they're all black.
What makes them
they're all
legit?
brothers.
I was going to say, is that what makes them legit?
They're all brothers.
I'm with you. It's a good point.
Yeah.
But I think it also what's frustrating about it is the goal for any organization is that ideally you'd like to find homegrown talent that you draft well enough and you can build around those pieces moving forward. And the Celtics did that to where they hit on 2 lottery picks in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and they won a title. And then you just started shopping around Jaylen Brown, and maybe this is because of the contract and there's new ownership there. Like maybe there's part of that, and they just feel like this is going to give us more flexibility. I look at it and I go, you only have a certain amount of time that window is open, and you're basically putting all of your hope and faith in the organization on a guy who just came back from an Achilles injury and wasn't even available for the Game 7 in the postseason this past year because his knee flared up. Jaylen Brown's been consistently on the court for them more than Jason Tatum has. And the fact that you're going to trade him away to an arch rival, make them better, make yourself worse, and just trust that Jason Tatum's going to be healthy again. I don't know, man. It seems like a pretty awful trade from Boston.
Not for Philly.
Well, yeah,
Not
so
for
you
Philly.
sound like a Boston fan right now. So
it's just fair and balanced.
Why can't we ever trust their front office?
We can, just not in this case. They screwed this up.
They screwed this one up.
Yes.
I don't. You had a very, very strong tandem in Tatum and Brown. Unless there was some type of, and listen, there were conversations that would pop up like, oh, this is Jaylen Brown's team again, or, oh, how does Tatum, integrate and acclimate coming back from the injury? Like, what is the relationship like now? It's him or me, like reports about, maybe how some of them, either one of them felt about the relationship. It just blows my mind sometimes that you can have something so good and yet it's not good enough. And that this is a classic case of that right here, right now, because you had 2 guys that had the capabilities of matching some of the historically good pairs, not triplets, but historically good 1-2, like a Pippen and a Jordan, or a Isaiah and a Dumars, or whatever it may be. You had a great relationship between these two. Disrupting it now, you've basically indicated and have signaled that the short period of time that the Celtics had a run has come to an end. To the place I belong, West Virginia.
Yeah, this one's gonna stop.
That's that Mountaineer music right there.
Feel like we're running into the ground.
Shouts out to them WVUers.
It is 2 pros and a cup of Joe filling in for the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you. We are going to have another edition of In Case You Missed It coming up here a little over 15 minutes from now. But right now it is time for the Tire Rack play of the day.
Elder up. It's been busy since he came. Holland scores again! Norway lead! The Northern Lights are shining!
World Cup on Fox on the call. That is your Tire Rack play of the day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. So, I had no idea that this was actually taking place. And Vito, who puts together all the imaging for the station, him and Ricky do a great job here at Fox Sports Radio. He came in and noticed that there was, is it a honey bun?
Sure.
Like a frosted honey bun?
Frosted honey bun.
Yeah.
What?
It's
I brought in a frosted honey bun.
Are you eating it right now?
Well, it's gone.
But I did not. So there's a space heater in the studio.
No, I have a space heater in the studio.
Some people take it in these parts.
Yeah, they do.
They don't
Broke
even
my
ask.
old one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
See it out there all by itself, broken.
no idea that was still there.
Yeah.
And LaVar was heating up his honey bun with the space heater. Did it work?
Yes.
I've never seen that before. What's the microwave's right around the corner?
I got a heater right there. It's cultural, man.
I don't understand.
Adapt and adjust, adapt and adjust, brother.
I just never thought to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it was right there. It was hot. And I was like, you know what? Let me just put this on there and heat it up real quick. Made a difference.
And it worked.
It worked.
And it worked.
Made a tremendous
Brady, have
difference.
you ever thought to heat up a pastry out of space heater?
I've not. I'd give credit for the creativity there. I mean, obviously, you've got some sort of heat source, and I have no idea how fast or how good of a job it would do, but it makes sense. Like, if it can heat you, it probably can heat up
There you
that
go.
thing after a while, right?
I just was in my mind. I was like, if the bag inflates, I know it's working. Like the convection and the heat is working.
That's
Did you see it
science.
blow up?
Yeah.
Like it blew up.
Yeah, that's science.
Yeah,
I will
up.
say this. It lends me to think, though, we've got greater issues at hand, is if you are so in need of that pastry that you're willing to use a space heater to heat it up, then we got some other problems.
It's fat boy stuff, and I've
Right,
never,
well, and
I've
by the
never
way-
made it any I've never been ashamed of it. It is what it is.
Well, Jonas has a diet for you. Jonas, do you want to share that with LaVar?
Yeah, but I don't think LaVar needs it. There's just like so, but I've been working on Brady and I've been trying to get him to co-author with me this because there's a lot of diet plans out there, things that people try and go through, whether it's paleo, keto, all that stuff.
Bloody-o.
Yeah, that too. Fasting, 3-day fasting, water fasting, 24 hours, 16 and 8, all these other things. Brady and I have been working on this book. It's called Put the Fork Down.
Oh.
Once you do that,
That's a real book. Doesn't Put the Fork Down a real book? I think that's a real book.
If it is, they beat us to it. We'll come up with something else. But yeah, it's real. It's easy. You set it down and say, I'm not going to use you today. Like that's just what I'm not going to do. And everything takes care of itself after that. But man, I used to love.
By the way, can we get a round of applause for one LaVar Arrington? It is a book. The 2008 weight loss book, Put the Fork Down and Get Moving, by certified personal trainer Gary Lannon. Lannon. It's a short, no-nonsense lifestyle guide that focuses on real-life nutrition, physical activity, rather than the crash diets we're talking about.
I've been trying not to be fat a long time. I knew I recognized that title.
That actually is disturbing you.
There you go.
Sorry.
I got on the scale the other day, man's
This is
home.
like 18 years old, though, and you know that book?
Yeah.
You've been battling for this long?
Yes. At least 18 years. Yes.
One of the biggest embellishments I've ever heard is you're fat shaming yourself. Like, you are not fat. I don't understand.
I weighed myself the other day with man, and it was just totally disturbing, man.
I don't get
It's disturbing.
I don't. Hey,
It's upsetting. It's disturbing. But
I don't get it.
I don't do anything to change it, like aggressively or drastically.
because you're not fat. You're not obese. You keep saying these things. You're not. Like, you don't qualify. You don't fit in those categories. No pun intended.
It's not okay for you to do that.
What do you mean?
Like, we have to be real about what my situation
No.
is.
I'm on
in
Jonas's
order-
side here. In fact, I'm almost ready to start instituting a fine for you talking about this.
Oh, thank
that's
you.
That's how
Yeah.
far you are away from being obese.
Yeah.
I think this is very insensitive what you guys are doing.
Oh, come on.
Now you're making fun of it.
I really, really believe that if you guys understood the amount of turbulence and just, discomfort that I deal with being overweight, it's ridiculous. I literally need to lose like 30 pounds. Like literally. Like whether you guys like it or not, whether you are aware of if I'm being serious right now or not, because Patty's back there laughing like, like it is not Thanksgiving, Patty.
Well, let's be honest. A body could fall off the rooftop here, and Patty would laugh. Like it just
dang.
So that's.
Yeah, no, he's right. He's right.
I would just say this.
That honey bun was good though, and like any fat person out there that deals with the same type of issues, I feel in those moments it's worth it. Eating that honey bun with the glaze on there, it was worth it. It was warm. It was soft. It melted in my mouth, almost like somewhat, but never duplicated. Almost like a Krispy Kreme. It had a melting feel to it.
Space heatered.
Yeah, it's got space heatered.
On a studio chair.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, the biggest concern is I don't want you crashing out on all those sugary foods.
Oh.
Well, there's apparently that's a theme. Anybody in the vicinity of the Washington Commanders organization.
Yikes.
We got a major
Yikes.
Something's happening. All right, so just so I'm understanding this correctly, there was a video that surfaced of Jaden Daniels. I believe he was at a World Cup game, and somebody yelled, F Brandon Ayuk. And Jaden Daniels kind of laughed, to which Brandon Ayuk decided that was enough for him to go on to social media and post whatever the hell this is in regards to Jaden Daniels, who we were told was his good friend, upon seeing the video of somebody yelling F him and Jaden Daniels smirking.
Fire gonna text me talking about something. You on my team now. You follow my rules. Boy, I'm a grown-ass man, boy. You gonna have to start running behind your mama, and I might believe what you talking about. But until then,
Now, Jaden Daniels posted and then deleted an image that said, enjoy retirement, pal, with a deuces sign. And then, obviously that disappeared. Probably thought better of it.
Just like Brandon Ayuk is.
But this is the whole, when he's talking and having this crash out, for lack of a better term, in regards to his relationship with the Niners.
I like it, though. I like how you did it. Go ahead, say it again.
Well, like this crash out, for lack of a better term. And he's talking about his he wants out with the Niners, and he's just projecting and forecasting the Washington Commanders is going to be his next team. I'm thinking to myself, why would anybody want anything to do with him at this point, especially an organization where Dan Quinn's the coach, him and Kyle Shanahan are close? You don't think there's been a back and forth or discussion about, hey, man, this guy's a problem. Like, you can sign up for him all you want, but understand that this is a possibility when you deal with him. He clearly has nobody telling him the way to handle this, and it's just a full-blown meltdown ever since he signed that contract with the Niners.
Well, who's signing him? I mean, the one safe place you would say would be a place like Washington, where the quarterback going back to his college days. The general manager, Adam Peters, because he used to be with the San Francisco 49ers organization, was a part of that process in drafting him. Like, I look at this and just go, you're ostracizing like every single person who could be an advocate for you. And it's what makes me concerned about his mental health, his well-being right now. He's obviously a talented player and can add value to a team, but everything he's doing right now makes you feel like that's too big of a risk. We're bringing in a guy that the second he acts out or lashes out at a coach, a teammate, the media, everyone's going to say, I told you so. How dumb was that? And if there's one thing I'll say about the NFL is no one wants to really take that risk unless you're just an extraordinary talent, like a one of one. And I'm not saying that Brandon Ayuk isn't talented, but I
just
don't
ain't
think
that talented.
Yeah, we don't
Right.
look at him as a one of one in that sense. And so look, it's the NFL. Hopefully he still can get an opportunity to get his act together, but the whole thing is bizarre.
I just hope that he can get it together for himself. I get to the point where in stories like these, football, like Sorsby, like football is sport is so, it's so on the shelf. It's such a backroom conversation. What it sounds like is this is a cry out for help. And maybe he doesn't even realize that he's crying out for help. Sometimes when people act out this way and they do it in a manner of which it takes place in a public forum, like what he's doing, you're seeking attention and you're seeking a level of validation. You're seeking a level of support. You're seeking help. It's a cry out for help. Whether he thinks he's being strategic in whatever he's doing, crash out branding is a real thing these days. Like,
really?
Some of the videos that are being posted are purely like it's weird stuff. Like these two kids will go into college libraries or college study areas and they'll act like they're listening to music on their headphones, but they had this big speaker on their computer and it plays like the most nastiest, raunchiest, crazy music that you could ever think of. Like just think of every nasty thing you could say about doing something in a nasty way.
Easy.
And it's worse. It's worse. It's worse.
I didn't know it got worse.
But here's the thing, though. You look at the viewers, it's like 3 million views, right? People are doing crash out content, like content where people look and they want to laugh, or it's like roadkill. It's like, it's so cringe, but I got to listen. It's so cringe, I got to pay attention to it. I mean, the dude has he has achieved being a viral, what you could say, a trending sensation. It's the same thing AB did when he was building his audience, did some wild, out-of-the-pocket type stuff. So part of me is almost like this new generation of dudes that are out here, I don't really know if it's more important for him to be a crash out for clout on the gram and on TikTok, or if he's really, really having a mental, emotional deal. Whichever one it is, he's destroyed, not destroying, he has destroyed all credibility that he has held in terms of having the opportunity to continue his career in the league.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if he's going through something deeper than football, whatever, that's not my problem. I'm sorry. Keep it up, buddy. We got 3-4 weeks till training camp. If you could keep this going, we'd appreciate it because we could use the content.
Dang.
World Cup's not going to last forever.
He sure did take a sip of that, and he doesn't like his drinks cold. He didn't have ice in there, did he? Didn't look like he had ice in his drink.
It looked like wine.
Was it wine in a cup?
Yeah, in a glass.
My kind of guy.
I thought it was a cup, like a it was maybe a glass. Okay, well, maybe it was wine. Maybe that's the key component. You never know. It looked like some iced tea that was warm to me. Maybe even some scissor. Sipping on some scissor.
Don't tell me he's leaning now.
Sipping on some scissor.
By the way, everyone's searching for ways to save on insurance. Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 Liberty. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local independent agent. Up next, it's something we do on our show called In Case You Missed It, and it's yours right here on FSR. All right, so we do have a little bit on the Brendan Sorsby discussion. Sorsby and the NFLPA reached a settlement with the NFL over their decision to not hold a supplemental draft this year. Instead, Sorsby is going to focus on preparing for the 2027 NFL draft. This from a memo that was sent out yesterday. We have confirmed, this from the NFL, we have confirmed with the NFLPA and Brendan Sorsby there will be no further litigation regarding his entry into the NFL, and that instead Mr. Sorsby will focus on his preparation for entry into the league via the 2027 NFL draft. For purposes of league and CBA rules, Mr. Sorsby will be considered a draft-eligible player for the draft in 2027, and he will not be eligible to sign an NFL player contract until the completion of the 2027 NFL draft. So this feels like where it should have always been, maybe from the get-go. Just took a few detours to get us here.
If he wanted to go play at, say, like Scuba or something like that, would he be allowed to do that?
I'm sorry, what?
Like at one of those like last chance U spots, like a junior, a JC or something like that. If he wanted to go play JUCO just so he could continue to play and keep, kind of not get too rusty, is there anywhere where he can go play next season?
I don't believe so. I mean, I think everything's been pretty well documented about not allowing him to play and taking away his eligibility. I mean, at least it'll be tried in court, even if he did. Well, I mean, to your point, though, like the NCAA is not over the
I was about
junior
to say,
college.
would that exist there?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, would it be worth it, honestly? Let me ask you this. Like, if the point's just to go play, like, is he helping himself? Like, is that going to really change the perception of a team by him playing for a JUCO?
I feel like if he went to a legitimate JUCO, you're going to play with athletes that are legitimate D1 athletes.
Right.
And
but
so
my point is, though, like he's already got 2 years of film out there. So does he really need to go to a lower level and play to prove what? Like, I would actually argue his greatest issue right now is everything off the field. And so now the game's being taken away from you to focus on everything off the field. So you can, enter into the NFL draft having all this rehabilitation, a lot of time to sit, focus, and prepare yourself for a lot of those conversations, but also getting help with the issues he's got. So I would say if he goes back and tries to play somewhere else, it almost makes it look worse. Like he's trying to avoid actually getting the help that he needs.
Maybe. I mean, maybe he's just moving on. And the reason why I mention it is, again, you're getting reps. You're getting impactful reps. I mean, if it doesn't go well for you, it just doesn't go well. I mean, it's at the JC level. I mean, maybe people would pay attention because of them knowing why he's there.
Well, there's injury risk too.
There are injury risks. Yeah, sure.
It's like,
sure.
It's not really worth it.
There is that. I mean, just curious. Like you get to do reps. And for what it's worth, if you go to one of these types of places, you integrate into the community and you do things along the lines of what you're talking about, where you don't do anything to hurt your brand. You have somebody help you build your brand.
Well, I don't think you can bet on JUCO games, to my understanding.
Or maybe you can. You just do it with a bookie, and maybe even though it's dirtier, it's a little cleaner.
Yeah, there's really no upside. That feels like more of a downside.
Oh, okay.
Risk of things.
I just was thinking get reps. I mean, god dang, Marshawn Lynch was taking reps, practicing with high school kids just to get his reps in. I'm just, for me, I would be thinking, can I get reps? Can I get impactful reps?
Right, but Ty Simpson started 1 year at Alabama, and he was able to get drafted in the first round. We've seen other guys start 1 year and get drafted. He's got 2 years of starting.
But Ty started and went into the draft. Ty didn't start 1 year and then take a year off and then go into the draft. I'm just saying.
Look, here's what I've said all along. I don't think he was going to be a first round pick in next year's draft anyway. I think his best chance to go in the first round would have been this past year's draft, which obviously he didn't declare, so it's a moot point. But if that's ultimately what the decision is, like I don't think he's going to be a first round pick.
Well, if you're a first round graded, he's first round graded for this year, right? He was first round graded. If he was a first round grade,
hold on. I don't know that that's a thing because I don't know that anyone graded him. He never declared.
Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you. In for Dan and the guys. Coming up, top of next hour, we're going to call it a little over 10 minutes from now. He is back. He is back, and he's doing...
No, I'm not.
He's doing... No.
Oh.
We already know you are.
No, I'm not.
He is... But back to the same old tricks in the world of sports. We'll get into that for you coming up here a little over 10 minutes from now. By the way, if you've missed any of today's show, you're going to want to catch the podcast. You search Two Pros wherever you get your podcast. Right after the show, today's pod will be posted. So be sure to follow it, rate it 5 stars. You can even provide a review. Just search Two Pros wherever you get your podcast. You'll find today's full show and a best-of version posted right after we get off the air. Also, you can, again, follow along on YouTube at Two Pros FSR. That is at Two Pros FSR. We are on there live right now. But right now, it's time for this.
Sometimes you can't get to everything in the world of sports or entertainment. Good thing the guys are here to bring you in case you missed it.
Guys, you familiar with the name Michael Hewitt? You heard this story? So Michael Hewitt is an England fan, soccer fan who traveled out. He was going to be going to the festivities in Boston.
Nope.
He flew to Spain and had a short layover in Spain he was getting ready to embark on his trip to the States. Unfortunately,
it didn't stay short.
His family has not spoken to him since June 21st. They've tried. They did everything they could to try and get a hold of him. They were worried. They were concerned. Come to find out, he was just sitting watching soccer in a pub in Barcelona, just hanging out in Spain. Just
Absolute legend.
Apparently what happened was he lost his phone, which contained all his travel documents. And so instead of freaking out and panicking, he just said, screw it. And he just went to a pub.
And I'm sure he's never coming back.
Oh, yeah. But that's what I was thinking.
I'm sure that pub was not the reason, but what the contents of what made the pub.
He was, quote, blissfully unaware that anybody was looking for him.
Blissfully.
VAR. Not everyone is the animal that you are, okay? Meaning, like, I'm just saying, some guys don't mind just having a nice time in a bar, drinking an ale, and watching a soccer match.
Okay.
You know? They don't need much more than that.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
Yeah. I mean,
lost his phone,
It may have just been a little time away from his family. You know, then maybe he realized, hey, maybe they don't miss me that much. Maybe they'll appreciate me more if I just disappear for, a little over 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
What I'm going to say is I'm going to take the opposite side and riverside it on the family members. He realized how much he didn't need and wouldn't miss being away from his family. And looking around and seeing what was going on around him in that pub in Barcelona is 100% the reason why he got comfortable.
Let me give you one more possibility.
Okay.
Maybe what was on that phone was so heinous, was so wretched and awful. Mm-hmm. He just assumed it's going to get out there, and he just figured out I'd hide out, or I'd just wait for this bomb to drop, and once it does, my life's over. So I'm going to go ahead and duck out here in Barcelona, and I'm going to wait this thing out because my family's probably going to disown me once they see what's on my actual phone.
I mean, so he's 65 years old. So this guy had to,
he don't care. He don't care what's on that phone.
He had to fake his enthusiasm for his family for 65 years, and he finally realized,
and at 65,
I'm out of here.
He realized that there's some shorties that are prettier than anything he's ever seen that appreciated him. They appreciate him, and he's not. Y'all never going to see him again.
You people are awful.
He's going to age backwards 20 years.
Oh yeah. He is. He's going to show up. It'll be Antonio Banderas.
He's coming back to his family reunion, his school reunion, high school reunion, with someone that is going to finally propel him to the place he belongs as the number one stunner.
It's a good move, man.
I mean, 65?
I lost my phone.
You're not crazy old. He probably still got some swag with him. He's going to have a swag with him.
Good for you, man. Hell of an idea. So if anybody that doesn't like their family, that's a move.
Hey, lose them in Barcelona.
Yeah, just go to Barcelona.
Yeah, that's all.
We are Fox Sports.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes! No pain, no gain, and I have dished out a lot of pain.
I played the game. The rules are still the same.
Hey, America, you want some sports? We got it for you.
Two pros and a cup of Joe is three guys talking sports, having some fun, and a great way to wake up in the morning.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of stats for us to get through right now.
We're here to break it all down for you.
I always hear that defense wins championships, but LaVar, I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding! It's just one of those shows that gives you that feeling of, I'm talking to my friend anywhere you may be, a sports bar, a living room. As different as we are, it works.
When he scores his first touchdown, what will the celebration be?
It might just be a spike.
Yes.
He's going to derobe first.
Jeez.
They set their wedding date on the day of the Super Bowl, and the groom's trying to move the wedding now to get out of it so he can go see the game. Is he in the wrong here?
Let that man use them tickets.
Unbelievable.
We're like those three best friends that grew up together.
We developed a chemistry.
In case you missed it, LA's finest, that's right, everybody's favorite. Apparently he had a few too many drinks last night. This guy's got a little bit of an issue here, huh?
Call a taxi.
I hear he has a weird infatuation with elevator rides.
Here we go.
We're three brothers and we look identical.
Oh, wow. Really?
I totally agree.
Yeah. Wrap it up, let's go.
Our guys.
Yes! Two pros.
And a cup of Joe.
More sports, more fun.
Preparations for their World Cup match with Belgium tonight. The U.S. got good news yesterday as FIFA suspended the red card issued to leading scorer Flo Balogun. He is now eligible to play tonight. The U.S. is trying to advance to the quarterfinals for only the third time ever and for the first time in 24 years. Two spots in the quarterfinals were secured yesterday. Norway took down Brazil 2-1 and England survived 3-2 over Mexico. The weekend baseball included a series sweep for the Red Sox. They beat the Angels 7-5 and continue a dramatic turnaround. Manager Chad Tracy's Red Sox are 8-2 in their last 10 games.
Runs early, we're scoring runs on starters, giving our starters a chance to pitch with leads, getting the game to the back end of the bullpen, just the overall quality of the at-bats, the defenses stay good. We're playing good baseball, so we got to continue to do that.
All-star rosters were announced over the weekend. The Dodgers' Shohei Ohtani was the leading vote-getter. The Dodgers, along with the Braves and Phillies, have the most all-stars with 5 each. I'm Matt McCoy.
DP.
Dan Patrick.
Welcome to the Dan Patrick Show.
We are the most unathletically decorated show in radio history, I think.
America's most revered sports talk show.
Respect the position that you have.
But today, Dan Patrick and the 4 Danettes are not here. So sitting in for Dan Patrick and hosting the Dan Patrick Show, it's Jonas Knox, LaVar Arrington, and Brady Quinn.
It's the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you, filling in for Dan and the guys. I got issues?
Straight issues, bro.
What did I do?
You messing with Mike for? Mike, what did Mike ever do to you?
Big Mike?
What did Mike ever do to you, man?
Nothing,
All he does is come
My
around
guy.
and give people winning their wings, smile on your face.
I've known Mike for like 15, 16 years. Long, lot of history there.
So you just feel like you could just do it that way now after 15, 16?
Big Mike Lingard, who runs the editing department here.
Those two have a special relationship.
Okay.
He's one of my favorite people to just belly up at a bar with during Super Bowl. Not that we were at a place that actually had a bar, because I don't even know what you call that where we were at this past year. But yeah, Mike's good times.
What do you call that?
Mike's good times, man. But he was very upset about the honey bun conversation we were having. So
I just want to understand why you talked so bad about him before he got to the door.
That's what we do to each other.
Oh,
he doesn't say hi to me. He flips me off.
Oh,
he's doing it right now.
Right now, yeah, he is.
That's the
Okay,
That's the
I
relationship.
guess it's a relationship I won't understand. All right, okay.
But this relationship.
he double birded me. Dang.
This relationship with
Flying
our
all kinds of birds at
with
you.
the listeners is going to last all the way up until noon
real
Eastern
quick.
time. Yeah.
Will you guys let Mike know I'm flicking him off? I know he can't see me right now. But just go ahead and send him the bird. Send it
Good.
from me to Mike when you get the chance.
Yeah, I can't,
How you feel about that, Mike? How you feel about it? Yep.
How about them apples, pal?
How about them apples?
Here, I gotta.
Okay.
I think I forgot something.
What did you forget? We're Oh gosh. Yep. Good job, Jonas.
I got it, too.
Way to deliver it. Oh, you got one in too. That wasn't a delivery
I
for
got
Q.
it too. I got it.
Okay.
Yep. He's getting it from all angles now.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we're going to have all angles covered for.
Oh
until,
no, Mike! Don't take it to the next level, please.
Noon Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific. By the way, you can watch along on
That is the
YouTube.
track no one needs.
At 2Pros FSR. You will not see Mike Lingard flipping us off or mooning us on the other side of the camera. And you can have some fun with us here on this Monday extravaganza back from a holiday weekend. Hey, you know what's back?
Hey.
LeBron James' free agency decision. That's back. We are off and running yet again, and enough's enough, dude. I don't need Rich Paul sitting with Max Kellerman to break down every possibility of cool. I don't need all this entire breakdown of all the teams and the pros and cons of where he should end up. This isn't
intriguing.
This isn't the usual suspects. Max isn't going to drop a coffee mug and it says Kobayashi on the bottom of it. Cut the crap. Pick a team so we can move on with our lives. It's every time. It's always a production. There's always got to be something. So remember the excuse everybody made for LeBron back when he did the decision? Well, he's young. If he had to do it all over again, maybe he would have handled it differently. No, this is what it turns into every single time.
He is doing it all over again.
Yes.
Like, he's got the chance to do it. This is how he's doing it again.
I can't.
Look, he can't help how big of a deal he is, Jonas.
Sure he can.
He's a big deal.
Just announce where you're going. That's it.
Maybe he hasn't made the decision yet. Maybe there's a lot of painful hours of going over the information and figuring out which one makes the most sense. I mean, this is his swan song. This is it. you're going to get him for one and done, I would assume. Why expect him to do more than one more? So wherever he goes, I mean, you want it to be the best decision. And he probably is ring chasing. Like, so what? I find it strange and interesting, almost concerning, that we have people that make it a point to try to shame LeBron James for ring chasing. Like, what else are you chasing? You're chasing championships. What else are you chasing? If you're competing, what are you competing to do? Are you just competing to compete? I wasn't raised that way. I feel like you train to do something. If I'm going to practice, I want to practice to have results, and I want those results to lead to a win. I was the one who cried Pee Wee League when we lost. I wanted championships, and that started early. So I don't understand this whole idea of LeBron James is lesser than because he's chasing rings and he's chasing championships. Go play for OKC. Go play for San Antonio. Hell, join up with the 76ers. They look like they trying to make a move. Go to the Knicks. Go back to Cleveland. Cleveland's close. Go somewhere where you're going to have the opportunity to try to win another championship and win another ring. Why not?
I think this is all great advice. Good. I think what Jonas is pointing to is it doesn't have to be a production.
Yeah.
Like you can just make the decision.
He's a big deal. He's a big deal.
And by the way, it will be a big deal whenever that decision is made. But I don't know if it helps the perception, the branding, everything else by leaking out, some of the teams and who's a part of it, who's not, like almost like you're leaving breadcrumbs for people to figure it out. There's a lot of it that comes off as like, all right, man, just make the decision, like help everyone move forward. And then we've got, something to talk about.
That's part of the beauty of it all. That's the beauty of it.
It's really difficult to out-blowhard a blowhard, and he out-blowharded the Lakers, who are the biggest blowhards in sports. Like, they got to a point to where they're like, we're good, dude. Like, we'll go make some moves, and, we'll lighten things up over here, which Stephen A. Smith isn't a fan of, and we'll do whatever we need to do to just try and get away.
We're tired of dealing with y'all.
It's just a constant scene. Everything.
We're tired of your antics.
Come on, man. By the way, you mentioned the Knicks. Apparently, this was Rich Paul, his agent, talking with Max Kellerman. Apparently, the Knicks would have been the no-brainer, except they went ahead and won a damn title.
If the Knicks hadn't have won, there would be no board.
He'd be going to the Knicks.
He'd be going to the Knicks. Here's the thing. He's been a part of a championship team with people coming onto the team. When LeBron comes onto your team, it's different, man. His enterprise value and what he just carries is different.
And I respect the fact.
Mike Brown knows this. Jalen Brunson would literally have to pick up the phone and say, hey, man, it's no issue with me. It's no issue with me. And I'm not saying that would make him make his decision.
But at least it would put him on the table.
Yeah, because you got to respect that.
Have the Knicks called?
Yeah.
Knicks checked in?
They checked in.
It's just, all right, man.
He's not lying, though. It just comes across as just like
it's a blowhard,
disconnected. But it's very real. His value is his value.
Right, but here's the thing that gets lost in all of this is the second he's not there, there's no value. Like when we throw around words like enterprise value, right? Like market cap plus total debt minus your cash and equivalents. Like there's a formula for it, right? That like we actually use in the business world that people actually refer to determine the value of a company or value of an organization. When you have a player who's there, great. He might help out and create more value for your franchise, but it's not lasting. Like enterprise value is when you create a lasting, improved value on something in my mind. Like when people throw around these phrases just because it sounds cool in a business meeting or like in a meeting room, it's not legitimate. Like, yes, he brings the value up of that team while he's there, but he's not a rookie. This isn't him getting, name your next best superstar that's going to change the value of your franchise, hopefully, for 20 years and become the next LeBron, right? This is the end of his career. So as much as it looks good for the season, or I don't know, maybe 2 if he plays 2, like it's just how you're even we're talking about it is entirely different. And I think the tough thing is for me, look, he's one of the greatest of all time. He's done so many things right. It's just at the end of his career, I know he wants the appreciation for what he's done. And I think he's lived through an era where there's so many people who try to detract from him. And I don't really get that, to be honest. But I will say this, he also has given him some ammunition. And this is one instance where, if he takes this next season and instead of making it about a championship or about the team or about everything else, but he makes it about himself, it only lends to more of that criticism. Like, I hope wherever he goes, it's more about winning an NBA Finals as opposed to the farewell tour. Because he'll get that regardless. But I get concerned when you see reports of, well, they want to document the whole thing. It's like, well, of course. Like, there's going to be people around who document it. But, like, you don't have to be a part of the production. Like, let someone else do it. Like the whole GOAT debate, like, other people determine that. Like, when you were in that position, when you hear Michael Jordan and all these guys talk, they don't refer to themselves as that because it's for someone else to make that case, not you.
LeBron James follows a process. And the only way I could maybe make it make sense is it's almost like the Rocky franchise. Like, he's going to use the same exact format, the same exact process, no matter what he does, because it works.
So what's that format? Let's break down the Rocky, and then we'll go from there.
So is this next edition Rocky 5?
It's
which Rocky?
It's all of them.
I feel like
he's fighting Tommy Gunn in the street.
They are all the same. And what's funny
they're
is
not all the same.
They are.
They're not all the same.
And in fact, getting to the
you
Tommy
and Jonas
Gunn
would be up topping. You and Jonas were up topping in what? Rocky 2 and 3?
2 and 3 and 4.
By the way,
and 4 until you.
By the way,
in this scenario die.
I think Rocky 2 might be the best of the bunch. Controversial, but I think Rocky 2 might be the
Here's
best.
the bottom line. You have a guy.
LaVar doesn't even get a chance to break it down.
I know.
Here's the thing. We're on Dan Patrick.
I just wanted to break it down further.
I'm not going to say what
I wanted to really go into that because
they are all. It is all the same format, and even with Creed, he gave what he did was he blessed Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
There it is.
With and that song right there, you can use that song in every single movie.
Rocky IV is different. We found a villain in Russia we could all be.
They are all the same, and we had something going on in our history at that time.
You know how many people got salmonella poisoning, eating eggs raw,
just drinking them.
Oh yeah,
just cracking them into.
Chopper kept putting them in my heavy weight gainer 2000 shakes. I was like, Chops, I don't think that's.
You mixed it with your Metrex.
You gotta cook these a little bit.
Anyway.
Do you give one to your dog? We tried doing that for a bit, and he had the runs. It wasn't a good situation.
I put him on his food twice a week.
Some eggs in there?
I'm not going to try to keep explaining it. I'm not. Just know there is a process connected to the Rocky franchise.
Okay,
and they stick to it. He sticks to it. No matter if you get to the point of where you're like, Rocky, come on, your ass is too old to be fighting in the streets like this. You're too old to be going in and fighting Antonio Tarver. But it is still the same process. Like, there's a problem. He attacks the problem. He trains. He gets prepared for it. He goes into the fight. He's getting his ass whipped. Sometimes he gets his ass whipped for the fight. Loses somebody, something like hits your heartstrings, you lose Polly, or somebody, Mickey gets sick or whatever it is, and then here he is. Like, that's the climax right there, like that, the music right there, and that's LeBron James. That's LeBron James every single offseason. He follows the same exact process, whether he's going back to the same team or he's going to end up taking his talent somewhere else. He follows the Rocky franchise process. I'm going to present it the same exact way. I'm going to execute the same exact way because that's what works, whether you like it or you don't. That's LeBron James.
Yeah, but he didn't have somebody in his camp do a whiteboard breakdown of the meat he punched in a freezer. Like enough's enough. Just speed it up, dude. And then this latest report is, well, it's he's going to take his time. It's going to take a little while. Of course it is.
He's old. You got to take your time when you're older.
Dude, nobody wants
your
to
joints
hear
don't work the same.
About all these possibilities. Listen, it's going to be the Cavs, the Heat, the Warriors.
They say the Cavs are the first thing to go.
Okay, I mean.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Aren't they trying to trade for Bronny to help facilitate this thing?
Great point. It's a telltale sign. That is. Yeah, you see that.
All righty.
You see that? You get it.
Are we going back to
little ass Cavs?
Back to the bus, or where are we going?
No, them ain't no little calves. Those are powerful calves.
Popping.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, so Bronny, so it's
muscle tone.
It's a a package deal. The Cavs would be willing to trade for Bronny if
then bring in Bryce in the next draft, because that's really all he's doing. If he's not chasing rings, he's waiting to be able to play with Bronny and Bryce.
If you're the Cavs, trade for Bronny and then don't sign LeBron.
I wish there was like enough NBA players who that like ticked off. Like they were actually legitimately mad about it. I'm not sure how many like old school guys there still are in this league, because everyone's pretty friendly, and obviously LeBron's LeBron, so they're scared of upsetting him and everything behind him. But it would be fun if you just got someone who, again, going back to the Rocky. Can we get the music going again?
Yes.
That Rocky
I feel naked without the Rocky
that joint
music
was
right
clean.
Oh, is that Bill Conti, I believe?
Yeah.
But just like, I guess on the other side of the ring, you've got, I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Anthony Edwards. He's kind of old school, got a different approach to it, even though I think Minnesota was thrown around as one of the teams. But like, pick your star player.
Joker.
And okay. I mean, he just wants to play with horses. I don't think he cares what LeBron does.
Pause. Super pause.
He just likes his horses. That's all he cares about. Okay. I'm just saying, just close your eyes for a second. Unless you're driving, then keep them open. But just imagine across the ring, right? There's just name your superstar in the NBA. And this just ticks him off. The fact that LeBron's not chasing rings, but he's just trying to chase time to play with his kids. He thinks this is a kid's game. He thinks this is a family ordeal. He's not having any of that. Not in our house, not in this league.
Uh-oh.
We need someone to step up. And someone to say, I'm not taking this anymore.
I feel it.
I'm breaking him up.
Break him up.
I'm going to knock his ass out.
Knock him out.
That's what we need. We need someone to step up. I'm tired of it.
I feel it.
Yes.
Don't stop.
I'm into it.
I feel it. I feel the power.
Oh, man.
I'm into it.
I feel the energy through my veins. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah. Yeah. Na, 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 na. 'Cause if you can do it, and he can do it, and she can do it, that means we all can do it. We can all be like LeBron. Whoa! I got carried away.
No.
I'm sorry. I
We
got
can't.
carried away. Sorry.
Yeah, because we all wouldn't storm out of the room with ice packs on our knees if somebody else got a game ball.
Hey, forget your hairline.
Oh,
right there on the seat. Yeah, you left your hairline there on the seat right there.
What are we doing, man? By the way, Ohio's finest. I want to point that out. Brady Quinn, Ohio's
Shaker
finest.
Heights. Where are you from? Shaker Heights?
You're part of that.
What are you talking about?
You're part of that class. You and LeBron.
Yeah, same class.
Yeah. It's
I
unfortunate.
mean, it is pretty cool to play with your kids.
LeBron from St. Clair.
We went to St. Vincent, St. Mary. So that's
hey, Saint's a saint. Come on, man.
What?
Yeah. Well, listen, round up. Fine.
What are you talking about?
Well, he said St. Clair.
He's gonna start looking up Google Maps again and giving streets. Like, no, I know the area.
He said St. Clair. I was trying to, you were saying, the other Saints.
Yeah. You're saying, all right.
Yeah.
It's like every time we mention anything in Columbus, he's like, High Street. Yeah, everything on High Street. Yeah.
Just because I'm a maps guy, I know things. I travel. All right, I don't know what to tell you.
No, the guy's been here one time.
You better, I'll tell you right now, you better stop playing with me, boy.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
You heard what I said, boy.
Why are you cutting off boy?
That's how we say it out here, man.
You're an idiot.
I can't do it.
Do you even know how you would spell it if you would say it that way?
I told.
What's funny? I told him the spelling.
I told him.
I was like, do you even know how to spell it? Spell it, Jonas.
BOI.
Come on.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's how we run it
No,
around
hold
here.
on. Hold on. Be honest. Did you know before today's show?
No. So here's so during one of the breaks, I told LaVar, I was like, because we heard the Brandon Ayuk sound, I was like, I'm going to drop that on Brady, but don't say anything. I'm going to pick a spot in the show to drop it on him to see if he notices. I don't even get it.
How did I not notice that? I mean, it's so abrupt. It's like you're
so
trying to say
dumb.
boy and it just fell off a cliff.
It was so good, though.
It's just so dumb.
One more time.
Stop playing with me, boy.
Say boy. You like change even how you say it. Boy. Boy. Boy.
Listen, man. I'm not to be trifled with, boy. By the way,
it's so good. It's so good, boy.
By the way, toilet paper is a foul. Brown card issued. Dry TP smears and leaves extra men on the field. Dude wipes are XL, wet, and built to close out the game properly. Send a free 10-pack to a TP user you know at dudewipes.com/brown card. All right, it's coming up next here. Were you there? Because apparently everybody was in the world of sports. We'll get into that for you right here on FSR. And all of a sudden, Ja Morant is no longer a member of the Memphis Grizzlies. He was traded yesterday to the Blazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. So Ja Morant, the two-time All-Star, who I would say there was a window of time, most exciting player in the league. Like by far, his size and stature and the way he could get up and dunk over guys.
Oh, just yamming on dudes.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely awesome. mushroom stamping dudes.
Oh, wow.
That's 100% correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Does anyone... Does posterize.
Stamp.
Poster that you got in your... Yeah. Does anyone remember some of the issues he's been through in the past, like the whole flashing of firearms on IG Live? Or remember when he was fined $75,000 for mimicking shooting gestures during games? And then I guess reportedly there was a pickup game where there was an altercation back in like 2022, and I think he got in a fight. Then he allegedly came back with a firearm around his waist or something. Although the judge threw that one out.
I think the guy who was playing was 17. I think it was at his place. It was at Ja Morant's place, if I'm not mistaken. Which I listen. That one makes sense to me.
Water under the bridge. What I'd like to draw attention to, though, is the difference in gun laws between Tennessee and Oregon. Boy, he's in for a rude awakening if some of those past habits keep up. Pretty sure in Oregon you need to have a universal background check on all sales of the guns. They regulate magazines, and you gotta have a permit to carry there, where Tennessee has none of that. So,
look, I don't want to. I watched the documentary, the Jailblazers documentary, and I think those guys got a raw deal in a lot of ways. I think there was a lot of people that were uncomfortable with their presence in the Portland community. And I just want to say this. Ja Morant feels like he would have been a perfect member of that team.
Ja Morant was really out there on some gang type stuff, though.
He's
like some street type stuff.
Got an edge to him.
Them dudes wasn't on no street stuff. That's the fun. That's the funny aspect of the fact. Rashid is not. He's not like That's not how he is.
Bonzi Wells.
Mighty Mouse, that's not how he is. Bonzi Wells, that's not who that. Like, they're not street cats.
That's what they were labeled.
Yeah, I know.
And what did they call it? They called it, was it Lake Black Oswego or whatever it was?
Yes.
Like the Lake Oswego where all those guys live, they called it Lake Black
They
Oswego.
didn't want nobody black there. They wanted him out of there. You know, they was playing weed in the man's house. They was searching his house, like no warrants, like just breaking into the crib. They was trying to get them up out of there, man. And they weren't even thugs. Like Ja Morant chases that image. They chase that image. The dad, they chase that image, like the rapper, musician, thugged out approach. Like, they really be trying, like, in his accolades that you were giving, Q, you failed to mention when he had all the money on the floor with the one stripper and had all the cash, like, cash rules everything around me in the club. That's part of the accolades, you know?
Yeah. But that's also because in Oregon you can still do that. There's not going to be a drastic change to, that sort of issue.
Okay, that's fair.
Oregon,
that's fair.
Yeah.
I just, I hope, because if you notice, while he was turning into one of the most premier players in the league, the conversations were starting to turn and kind of trend his way. This young man showed a lack of maturity, or maybe a lack of awareness, enough awareness to make it through those times unscathed. And it's unfortunate because his trajectory was so much higher than what it is now. It's like, did we even talk about Ja Morant this year, this basketball season?
No.
Like,
God, no.
He played.
Well, it's his fault, dude. Buy another gun lighter.
He played. Well, I mean, we do know that when cats get uncovered for the stuff that they be doing, they're not the same person. I mean, we saw it happen with Tiger. He's the main one for me. I mean, we saw it happen when people take things away from you, you're just not the same. You try to be different. I don't know if it's the same thing for Ja Morant.
Take away from Tiger?
The hose.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
They took the hose away from Tiger. Tiger needed them hose, man.
LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox, in for Dan and the guys. Coming up in, we'll call it a little over 15 minutes from now. We're going to do something here. It's called the FSR IR. It's where we report any issues, injuries, ailments for the crew from a long holiday weekend. That'll be yours right here on FSR. By the way, a reminder that we are brought to you by Panini America, the hottest rookies, biggest superstars, and all-time greats. The only place to collect them all is Panini Trading Cards, the official trading cards of the Dan Patrick Show for instant classics, autograph cards, memorabilia cards, rare inserts, and more. Start or continue your collection now at PaniniAmerica.net. And, guys, I want to say, congratulations to the Kelseys. So if you've listened along on this show long enough, you also know that there were a couple of people who doubted love. I would say disrespected it. And that would be LaVar Arrington and Brady Quinn, who both questioned the legitimacy of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship, thought it was a publicity stunt, thought it was the NFL trying to take some of the fans of Taylor Swift and infiltrate their league and their sport. And it was me alone who said, no, let's not jump to conclusions here. Give them a chance. This is just a couple that wanted something to be lasting and fulfilling and something that was honest and legitimate and something quiet. So they were married at Madison Square Garden over the weekend. And I'm assuming you two were not invited, but it seems like everybody else was. So I'd like to take this time to just say congratulations, and I hope you have a happy and successful and lasting marriage.
You weren't invited either. So what do you mean, me and Brady? Like, you weren't invited either.
I had stuff going on.
Okay.
Can someone explain to me why there are so many random people invited? I mean, there were people who I don't even know if they knew them at all, to any capacity, that were invited. I'm more of an intimate type guy, like pretty private about the personal life, family life. I'll share some stuff, but if you're going to do a grand gesture like that, I guess you might as well open it up to the entire free world. But, well, I guess with the exception of the barricades and the security to actually get in Madison Square Garden. But I don't know. I wouldn't have handled it that way. Either way, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad they're together. Still not sure it's legit. I mean, I guess we'll see if it's legit or not. But, I mean, seems like it, I guess.
Yeah, it was a real who's who. And I didn't know that like Baker Mayfield was there. So Matthew Stafford was there.
Yeah, but you could see how football players would cross paths. Like, did Justin Thomas, the golfer, go?
Did he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
like,
one
there were people
that
where you're
Baker
like,
Mayfield was smashing his chick? That one?
Oh, no, that was Wyndham Clark.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the U.S. Open winner.
Damn.
Wyndham Clark.
What? Well, I mean, he said it. I didn't.
He did, but he's rebounded pretty well. We're going to check that out.
Right.
Yeah. So Jonas can help you find Emily Tanner's Instagram page.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the point is, it felt like there was just a lot of like random people invited. Some people are even speculating based on the invite list. Some of this may be attributed to what Travis Kelce wants to do next. Like there's executives from Amazon and Fox who are there. So maybe that's his next move, which I thought was odd. But I guess also they probably really like that, being invited to a wedding of that magnitude. And feeling like they had a foot in the door for maybe getting Kelce's services.
I mean, that's a hell of a way to try and tie it all together. That Amazon and Fox were there, so they would be the front runners to get Travis Kelce after he decides to walk away. I'll be honest with you. If I did get invited, I'm good. Like, have fun, everybody. That's way too much for me. That's why, listen, Brady knows this. Look, man, I told him, he's like, man, when are you going to get married? You guys have been together forever. I'm like, hold on, man, I got a plan. He goes, so when's it going to be? I'm like, pandemic. Once there's a pandemic, prices will drop. And you'll have the awkward, hey, social distancing stuff. And so because that was going around, I didn't want to invite that many people anyway. So you use that as an excuse.
He was so cheap.
I'm telling you, man.
He was so cheap. Do you know he didn't have, he had a cash bar? Like he made people pay for drinks there?
That's correct. Yep. I gave.
By the way, is that, not to get off on a complete tangent, but I do think this is necessary. Is that not the ultimate, like you went to a bad wedding if they make you pay for drinks?
Yes. I won't say ultimate, but that definitely is on the checklist of bad weddings.
What's ranked higher on that list of bad weddings? Is it no alcohol at all? I'm not judging, by the way, if that's how you choose to do your nuptials and all that.
A limited free bar is offensive. I'd rather pay for the drink I want than have a limited free bar with nothing that I want at all.
Yeah, I went to one. My buddy had one where it was free bar for like an hour, and then after that you had to pay. It's like
that's not bad. Like
That's
they
not
gave you a little
bad.
bit of time. Don't be.
If you're gonna do it, go all the way. Enough's enough. What is this, happy
Jonas,
hour?
don't be a hypocrite. Like we're just listening. We're only talking about this based off of how cheap you are about how you went about your wedding.
Yeah, but there was a full blown pandemic, not a pandemic for an hour.
All I'm saying is, if you're going to have a bar, have it open, and have them be able to deliver whatever drink it is they want. If it's nothing crazy, if it's not like a slushie or something like that, a daiquiri of some sort, if it's just a regular mixed drink that the person would want with a decent line of wine, whether red and white, you're good. But a limited bar, offensive. A limited time free bar, cordial, courtesy, but you just ain't got it, and I understand that. Like that makes sense. No bar at all, you shouldn't have had a wedding. Wait till you can afford a bar, and then have your wedding. That would be my advice.
Some people have it for religious reasons, but
man, religious people drink too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus said, I don't usually do this, but he turned that water back into wine and said, keep the party going on.
Oh, boy.
I'm just saying. He did touch the water.
Jonas, do we have any details from the wedding you could share with us that listeners would maybe want to know, or is this just we punt on this segment altogether?
I mean, I don't know. What details? I haven't seen much, just pictures of who attended. I saw, the Staffords were there. I saw Baker Mayfield. Who else was there that was kind of a rando? Trying to think. There was some discussion because Taylor Swift's her best friend was wearing the same dress as somebody else who also arrived. It's like, dude, there's only so many Macy's around. Like, of course you're going to be wearing the same stuff from time to time. It is what it is. And then it was a big – I will say this. I do admire the subtle frugalness of it all, because you think Madison Square Garden, man, this is going to be expensive. Sure, but it was on a weekday. All right, so they did put this together on a weekday, which weekday weddings are much more affordable than weekend weddings. So I do admire their way to work that in, and congratulations to them.
That's where I begin and end with the congratulations and good luck. I know what marriage is like. It's not easy. I can only imagine how much more complicated and difficult it is to maintain a healthy relationship when you're both famous and one is like crazy famous. So
yeah.
I just wish them luck there. That's it. I'm not going to get too deep with that part of it.
I like that. I like what you did there.
Yeah.
I like what you did there.
Also,
can I ask this? Did he sign the prenup, you think? Like, how do you think that went?
I would. Why not?
Ooh. Yeah, Jonas likes that. Now we're getting spicy, Jonas.
Yeah. Did he?
What? He's locked up right now.
What do you mean?
He wasn't at the wedding.
So what? Wait, what?
You asked about Diddy. You said Diddy. I said he wasn't at the wedding. He was like,
okay, yeah. I missed. Yeah.
Okay,
listen,
all right, that was over your head.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I'm just saying.
not
Was there baby oil at the wedding?
It's still early.
Jonas's mind went to the actual prenuptial agreement. Yeah. He was thinking too literally.
He really was
still,
being literal.
It's still early. I'm not greased up yet.
And if he did sign a prenup, what would that prenup consist of? Does he get nothing? Do they walk away with what they both left with? Or do you say, because for what it's worth, you would have to say both of their values were boosted, even though Taylor Swift wouldn't necessarily need it. But I would argue Taylor Swift's brand took a decisive, trending up more based off of her, integration into football culture.
I mean, and she took him away from all the stuff he was into.
Yeah, what culture she take him away from?
Culture.
Hey, man.
Us. She took him away from us.
All of a sudden, they're going to sign with the Lakers.
Was he on your team?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah.
And she out here talking about I can't pay for anything.
Were you top gunning Travis Kelce?
I mean, she wasn't bad. She was not a bad catch.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that. He was good to go. I mean, they were going to have more athletic kids. But I'm learning this as I get older, too. Being athletic isn't everything either. Like you're growing up as a kid, like, oh, your kid is more smart and more into other things rather than being an athlete. There's nothing wrong with that. There's different worlds out there, different parallels. You don't have to just be an athlete, but he would have had an athlete with the other one. Now he's going to have a thespian with this one.
Well, I mean,
I would assume thespian.
Well, yeah. Listen, she's probably be a great singer.
The funniest thing
entertainer.
is when people always correct me. Like none of y'all corrected me, which was kind of funny. It's like the first time I said it and never been. And
the ones you say thespian.
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever.
And they love to correct me and say thespian, which they're right, but I was right too.
Well, hey, listen. That love is so real that
how real is it? Real love. The Mary J. Blige love.
He forgot everything he knew.
I mean, he totally left home base.
He
Hey, what were you going to say?
He ventured
home
out.
plate.
He ventured out.
Oh, I was going to say.
Do you think Rob Pelinka set him up with Taylor Swift? What?
Yeah, keep the theme. Yeah, keep the theme consistent.
Like, hey, we got to.
Were there a lot of Lakers at the? Were there a lot of Lakers at the wedding?
They were on her side.
Were there protests outside? Was Colin Cowherd on the knee, or not Cowherd? Was Colin Kaepernick on the knee outside? Were they protesting the wedding on the outside? Dang.
Well, congratulations.
Was Reverend Al Sharpton out there?
maybe that Reverend you showed me a short time ago was there.
Oh, maybe.
Send that to Brady. You got to send that. Hey, by the way, the Cup Knockout round is now in DraftKings, as you covered for every single match. Right now, use the promo code 2pros to claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code 2pros at DraftKings. The crown is yours. Up next, we're going to find out what the hell was going on during a long holiday weekend, and it's yours next here on FSR. Dabo Swinney had a long conversation, long sit-down with On3 and said the following when it comes to college football and a potential CBA coming to college football. Quote, "The only thing worse than having no rules is having rules you can't enforce or don't enforce. I don't think any of us thought we'd be in a world where there's no order. It's a much bigger conversation now. Even in the NFL, there are rules. You can't sign with the Browns and go practice for 2 weeks and the Dolphins call you up and say, hey, man, what are they paying you? Hey, we'll pay you $1 million more. Come on down here to the Dolphins." And then you go in there and say, hey, boys, I'm out. That's really what we've got now in college football. So that, according to Dabo Swinney, who has been very outspoken about the NIL era in the sport.
So I've mentioned in the past, there's reasons why a collective bargaining agreement wouldn't work in college football. And then there's a lot of reasons. For example, the athletes aren't uniformly classified as employees. So that's kind of the first issue. And there's been cases where, like the Dartmouth basketball team, for example, the players voted to unionize, I want to say like 2 years ago, and that really didn't go anywhere. The National Labor Relations Board hasn't been able to, really push forward enough. And that doesn't even include the fact that you have complications like Title IX, for example. So that's one issue. There's no single league employer, which is another issue. You've got 138 FBS football teams now. So those interests between the Blue Bloods and let's just call them the Power Four and the Group of Six, there's wide gaps between what that looks like and how they go about defining, even from the ownership side, like we would in the NFL, what those work conditions looks like. There's state laws right to work issues, things like that go into it. And then there's the whole element of like the student athlete model. Like, how do you maintain the student and the academic component with the eligibility requirements and making kids go to class, etc. within the CBA? Like, how is that looked at? And then even if you were able to have a collective bargaining agreement, like, who's running that? Who's making the decisions on behalf of the student athletes? Who's the president of all of that to get all the players to buy in? I mean, just as much as you have a ton of schools from that side where there's no single employer, or like in the NFL, there's 32 of them. They can all get together and have, common rules that they'd like. On the player side, there's even more players. So how do you get them all on the same page? And this would still be subject to antitrust and litigation. So it's great to throw out when like coaches or people say, oh, a collective bargaining agreement would fix it. Sure. But we're so far away from being able to actually unionize players or deem them as employees and give the universities antitrust exemptions so they have some power in this matter. We're so far away from it. It feels like you're just wasting breath talking about it.
The infrastructure historically has failed. So why try to introduce a new infrastructure that would take way more complexities to be able to set up, put in place, and execute? Doesn't make sense. And that's one thing. But let me tell you what the real translation to me from what Dabo Swinney is in this scenario. It's the idea of control. This ultimately comes back to the original point of why you have coaches. Coaches are there to lead. They are the CEO, president of the company. They are the ones that dictate and delegate and make sure they're putting things in its proper place so that it can perform at a highest of levels. Dabo Swinney has done it at such a high level that it's led to national championships and a ton of success. The control is not there. And so for these coaches, this new way of doing things, this new college football in particular, is challenging the parameters. It's challenging the foundational pieces of what coaches have lived in since the beginning of time. Right now, come on, man. Tighten up.
LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you in for Dan and the guys. By the way, be sure to check us out on YouTube. Search 2 Pros FSR within YouTube. Again, that's 2 Pros FSR. Hit the subscribe button. After you've done that, tap the thumbs up icon and comment away whether you agree or disagree. Let us know what you think. Again, just search 2 Pros FSR on YouTube and subscribe. Up next, there was a move that was made in the world of sports, and not everybody is thrilled with it. We'll get into that for you right here on FSR. But right now, it's time for this.
After your sports weekend, happens. So it's time to get the FSR IR report.
All right, so this is where we report any issues, injuries, ailments from a long holiday weekend here for the crew. So anybody got anything to report?
Well, it wasn't me, but it was one of my alums and one of my fellow lettermen and All-Americans, and Tamba Ali. He was working out and training with Hiron Gracie, one of the famed Gracie brothers, Gracie family. Well, apparently they were going so hard for so long, Tamba sweated out, like literally sweated out. So we were leaving the Gracie University to go to the beach to go get in the water, cold water, hydrotherapy, whatever. We get there, we're waiting, we're calling, he's not answering, calling, he's not answering, and finally his wife answers and goes, yeah, he's laid out in the parking lot. We're still here at the parking lot, and we called the medic because he was dehydrating, overly dehydrating. So I'm a big proponent. Everybody knows I'm a big supporter of first responders. Apparently it sounded like the Torrance fire department, one of the guys in particular, was just not fond of being there to assist Tamba being dehydrated, and was like mishandling him, so to speak, like was really jagging and jerking and whatever the IV. It didn't want to really do it. Then he ends up doing it all kinds of different all I'll say is I hope Torrance Fire Department, I hope that it isn't all the way true that they didn't want to help him out. All he was dehydrated, and we're all here to protect and serve. But that was my IR.
What are we talking about?
Tamba went into a full body cramp after training in Torrance.
And the fire department didn't want to help?
It kind of seemed like, I guess it was one guy in particular that wasn't really into it. So hope you do better a little bit moving forward,
Am I missing something? Who's Tamba?
Oh, wow. You don't know who Tamba is?
Who are we referring to?
Tamba Ali. You played for Kansas City?
Yeah, I played with him. Sorry, I didn't hear you say his last name.
Yeah, Tamba.
Missed that. My bad.
I didn't know that. There was a few guys out there. I didn't know you needed to say their whole name. I felt like Tamba might be one like this. I only know one Tamba.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I know one too. I didn't want to assume that we both only knew one Tamba.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that was.
Jonas, how many Tambas do you know?
None. I don't even know him.
He knows a Mondezvous, though.
Yeah.
and Edouard de Melee.
Edouard de Melee?
Are those characters in the Count of Monte Cristo or what?
No, they're from Big Cat. They're from that show. What was it? Big Cats?
I don't know.
Cats of the Serengeti or something like that.
Yeah, my brother, he told everybody he was going to name his kids that. Which, okay. Yeah, whatever.
They followed these two lions around that were brothers. And one is Greets with Fire, which I think is Antoine de Bailey or something like that.
You know how there's always those stats of like how many people burn themselves on 4th of July or lose fingers? I think we had Lorena talk about that on our show last week. Our family became a statistic.
No.
I know, and I'm not going to shed any blame. However, I wasn't even aware that my wife bought like any sort of fireworks
you
whatsoever.
Already blamed. There you go. The blame took place.
Good move.
All right.
Easy. I mean, now I feel like you're putting me in a corner here.
All right. No.
I'm just saying I walked out into a situation where I saw a bunch of sparklers. I was like, all right, that's safe. That's good for the kids, right? It's not going to hurt anything.
Oh, no.
By the way, I heard a little trick. You light it from the bottom, and then it burns up as opposed to down. Did we talk about this last week?
No.
Yeah, so it's an interesting little way of doing it. If you want, in the future, if you light it on the bottom closest to your hand, if you give it to a kid after that, it burns away from them as opposed to it burning from the top down. So, little trick. That obviously wasn't where the burn came in. Was completely unaware of someone then going into the package of fireworks and then lighting smoke bombs, which are smelly. They don't do anything besides smoke, and it's not really that cool. It's not like back in the day where like you're watching a ninja movie or a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where you throw the smoke bomb to get out of somewhere. It's not like that. They just fizzle, smell bad, and then they burn really hot. And unfortunately, one of the kids was running around without shoes on.
Oh no!
And stepped on one. Well, even though they thought it was burnt out, they didn't realize it was still hot.
No.
So, oh yeah.
Oh, that was a scream. That was a scream crowd too.
Oh yeah.
How
there's
bad?
some good blistering, going on. But it was one of those where I was like looking at the entire situation, thinking, I wasn't involved in any of this. I just happened to walk into it, and I was like, oh well. I mean, probably a lesson to the masses. Like, dad should probably be a part of whatever's going on with fireworks. I'll leave it at that. But it's probably good to have dad involved in the planning and execution of how fireworks should go on.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I got burnt too. I got burnt.
This year?
I wasn't paying attention, and one of the homies was passing, and I grabbed the cherry end of the blunt.
I hate when that happens.
I burnt my hand.
Been there,
Jonas,
done that
happened to
man.
you before?
Oh, tell me about it.
You got to pay attention to when you're grabbing, the blunt, so you don't burn yourself.
We are Fox Sports.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes.
No pain, no gain, and I have dished out a lot of pain.
I played the game. The rules are still the same.
Hey, America, you want some sports? We got it for you.
Two pros and a cup of Joe is three guys talking sports, having some fun, and a great way to wake up in the morning.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of stats for us to get through right now.
We're here to break it all down for you.
I always hear that defense wins championships, but LaVar, I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. It's just one of those shows that gives you that feeling of, I'm talking to my friend anywhere you may be, a sports bar, a living room. As different as we are, it works.
When he scores his first touchdown, what will the celebration be?
It might just be a spike.
Yes.
He's going to derobe first.
Jeez.
They set their wedding date on the day of the Super Bowl, and the groom's trying to move the wedding now to get out of it so he can go see the game. Is he in the wrong here?
Let that man use them tickets.
Unbelievable.
We're like those three best friends that grew up together.
We've developed a chemistry. In case you missed it, LA's finest, that's right, everybody's favorite. Apparently had a few too many drinks last night. This guy's got a little bit of an issue here, huh?
Call a taxi.
I hear he has a weird infatuation with elevator rides.
Here we go.
We're three brothers and we look identical.
Oh, wow. Really?
I totally agree.
Yeah. Wrap it up, let's go.
My guys.
Yes! Two pros.
And a cup of Joe.
More sports, more fun.
quarterfinal preparations for their World Cup match with Belgium tonight. The U.S. got good news yesterday as FIFA suspended the red card issued to leading scorer Flo Balogun. He is now eligible to play tonight. The U.S. is trying to advance to the quarterfinals for only the third time ever and for the first time in 24 years. 2 spots in the quarterfinals were secured yesterday. Norway took down Brazil 2-1, and England survived 3-2 over Mexico. The weekend baseball included a series sweep for the Red Sox. They beat the Angels 7-5 and continue a dramatic turnaround. Manager Chad Tracy's Red Sox are 8-2 in their last 10 games.
Runs early, we're scoring runs on starters, giving our starters a chance to pitch with leads, getting the game to the back end of the bullpen, just the overall quality of the at-bats, the defense has stayed good. We're playing good baseball, so we got to continue to do that.
All-star rosters were announced over the weekend. The Dodgers' Shohei Ohtani was the leading vote-getter. The Dodgers, along with the Braves and Phillies, have the most all-stars with 5 each. I'm Matt McCoy.
DP.
Dan Patrick.
Welcome to the Dan Patrick Show.
We are the most unathletically decorated show in radio history, I think.
America's most revered sports talk show.
Respect the position that you have.
But today, Dan Patrick and the 4 Danettes are not here. So sitting in for Dan Patrick and hosting the Dan Patrick Show, it's Jonas Knox, LaVar Arrington, and Brady Quinn.
It is the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you. You can find us, as always, on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen to us on hundreds of affiliates all across the country. You can watch along on YouTube right now at 2ProsFSR. That is at 2ProsFSR. As we will take you all the way up until the end of this hour, noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific. If you're listening on the podcast, we appreciate you doing so. And you can, if you like what you heard, you can hear us every morning before the Dan Patrick Show. 6 a.m. Eastern time, 3 o'clock Pacific on 2 Pros and a Cup of Joe here on FSR. So we talked about the
Good morning.
Good morning. We talked about the red card reversal. Balogun is ready to play. Belgium
LaVar
not
was
happy.
taking the side of everyone else out there.
Yeah,
a lot of the European fans were upset about this.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not upset about it. I'm not.
I know you're not upset, but I'm saying you took the side of a lot of people.
I'm just
who are
saying,
upset about the suspended red card.
Logically speaking, if you've only had one prior to this one that was suspended, no, it's not. It's not. I was just giving.
Lacks a lot of patriotism.
No, it's not. It's not. I don't internalize it that way. I just kind of look at it from the standpoint.
Probably red, white, and blue right now.
Yeah, tighten up, man.
I have white on. Was that not good enough? I need to say more. I have white.
I don't see color.
Yeah, me neither. My shorts are gray. Anyway, so yeah, I just kind of felt like red cards have been given out, and only 2 times were they suspended, which means that whether they were the right call, whether it was a flopper, whether for good or for worse, for whatever, the red card does get used, and that means that you're out of the game, the next game. To me, I think going back over it and saying, we made a mistake in correcting it, you've opened the door now to anytime a referee has to use the red card, that's what the scrutiny they're going to be under. I mean, I don't care. It is what it is, but I'm just saying 2 times. It had only been suspended 1 time prior to this suspending of the red card for our USA team. It's a little strange.
Rudy Garcia is the coach for Belgium, which is interesting.
Rudy
Garcia for Belgium.
Hey.
That's where you wanted to go with it, but go ahead.
Interesting.
Don't bury.
I'm not going there.
Don't bury the lead.
I said my piece in hour 1.
Don't bury the lead.
It's interesting how that works. But
weather
he's
today.
the
Jesus.
he's the
Rudy. Rudy.
That's just unbelievable. Like, just catch you off guard.
Brady's back, man.
No, he's not.
I know he is.
But he's got good reason to be.
Not even close.
There's something going on. But so Rudy Garcia,
dump truck,
the head coach for Belgium said, I didn't know that at the World Cup, the 5th of July is actually the 1st of April. It's April Fool's Day because he can't believe that this red card was reversed.
What a zing.
What
a zing to FIFA from the
Hey, take that.
That's an all-timer.
I thought it was April Fool's.
He said, we're not defending the national team or federation. We are defending football. Well, first of all, you're not. You're defending soccer. Let's get that clear. All right, let's get it clear.
Yeah, we call football around here.
Yeah, let's just
let's
hold our horses here a little bit. But they're not thrilled with how this is done. The Belgium goalkeeper said the following: had it been done earlier, we'd have been able to be mentally more prepared. Perhaps it's good that we have another training. But we'll be ready. We'll be on the pitch. They have 11 players, not only Balogun. So, they're not thrilled about it. And
so were they going to have to play the next game with only 10 players?
No,
too?
You'd have 11.
No.
Oh, he just can't play.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Yeah, they would just Which look, he's been the best goal scorer the U.S. has had this FIFA World Cup. So we understand. Like, I think we all can recognize the fact that this is huge for the United States. Because we're venturing into uncharted territory. This is usually when the USA gets bounced. So if they have arguably their best player, one of their best players, and they're able to win and they get to the round of 8, you feel like the home crowd, a lot of these being played in the United States, there's momentum. And it felt like as great as their last win was, that without him in this matchup, it's a coin toss. I mean, that's in essence how I kind of felt, what I was kind of observing from folks. But I just keep going back to the fact that there should be some sort of mechanism in place in the event that you feel like, not that the red card in the moment maybe wasn't warranted, but the fact that he gets then suspended for the following game. I mean, that to me is way too punitive when you're making a team play a man down for the rest of that match. And then you're going to take that player out of the next game. Again, this wasn't like the sort of action that it wasn't malicious in intent. At least I didn't see it that way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm on an island here, but it looked like it was two players going for the ball and his foot, the way he got caught on the back of his leg.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I understand there's gray area. I understand you're trying to eliminate from the game, but it's no different when you compare it to other sports. I don't care if it's basketball and a guy's down low, pivoting and ends up, kind of throwing a high elbow. Like, that happens from time to time. Guys get clipped. They get cut in the face. It's not malicious. He's not necessarily intending to do it. I think we can all watch that play and go, probably was a little over the top, a little overzealous on the type of punishment he was going to receive for that. And so it comes to the outcome that I think everyone agrees probably should have been the case. But it's really more about the procedure for everyone else, which I think is archaic and stupid. Like, if you're saying, well, hey, look, they gave him a red card, so he's got to sit out the rest of that game. Then if they make it to the next game, he's got to be out that game too. It's like, okay, but not every situation and circumstance is the same. And so I actually think this is a good thing for football, soccer, whatever you want to call it moving forward, because it will force them to then make change, because this is somewhat precedent setting, even though they've done this before, by the way, for qualifying World Cup matches. So I look at this and think, yeah, it feels a little bit dirty. And maybe because we see the reports and we see people saying that, hey, Trump, he makes a call, or Howard Lutnick was a part of this. And then it feels political, and then it feels slimy, and then it feels like it wasn't on the up and up. I do agree with Belgium on this point. They should force FIFA to come out and publicly state what exactly made them overturn or suspend the red card. They need to publicly state that, so it's out there and everyone knows, and moving forward, this will always be the case, because the game's going to get more important from here moving forward, and we should be able to get that sort of explanation from FIFA at some point.
What was it against Penn State where Jim Harbaugh, there was some question whether or not he was going to be able to coach? Was it again?
Yes.
And it was like up to the minute to where.
Yeah. So we had a camera crew ready. I remember outside of his hotel. Like we were going to film like the hotel room door.
Just like.
Of where Jim Harbaugh was watching the game. And then try to film him potentially like walking into the stadium like it's a WWE match. I thought defying everything the Big Ten and everyone else wanted him to do.
I thought it was riveting just watching it and to see it how the whole thing was playing out. They should have done something like that. Like, we're not quite sure. We're still deciding. And then all of a sudden, maybe he shows up at the last minute. Maybe he doesn't. Like, let's lean into this a little bit more, because if we're going to go down the road of, all right, he misses the remainder of the match and then the next match, how it should be is, listen, man, there's shades of gray. Not everything's a black and white call. Red card. It means this, it means that. You want to, like, if he's gone for the rest of the game, so be it. If that's the rule, he gets a red card, I get it. And they got to play with 10 players the rest of the game. And then it should be rest of the game, and then we'll reevaluate. And it's exactly what happened. The problem is it just doesn't ever happen any other time. And so that's why people have this issue with it. But I think they should have let this play out a little bit longer. Add to the drama. We don't know if he's going to play. Like take the Jim Harbaugh angle of this whole thing and just sort of lean into it, lean into the broadcast. It would make it more fun, more interesting. It would really put Belgium in a bind a little bit, and we could have some entertainment attached to this whole thing.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. I think that's exactly what they should do.
Oh, come on, man.
Why are you being so sarcastic right now? What would you have rather them do?
Just leave the suspension.
I'm not saying,
and again, I'm not debating anything you're saying, because what you're saying there's validity to it. I'm just saying, validity or not, calls are probably missed. A lot of those calls that have been those red flag or red cards in the past were probably the same exact type of way this red card came out, but they did not get that suspension. They were just out the next game. I just think, I just think that if this is only the second time that this has ever happened, second time, there's just something incorrect about it. That's all. That's just me. I'm not debating the whole why or how it happened, or
you just don't want to mention the name Donald Trump. You don't want to be controversial with it, because that's what people have an issue with. Right? As soon as you throw his name in there, it gets.
No, I wasn't even thinking Donald Trump, to be honest with you. I mean, and I have no problem gassing people up. You do
he's
know
freed
that,
a lot of dudes, though. Think about it.
Yeah.
I have no problem going there if that was my angle. That just wasn't my angle. Here this is the second time in the history of over 100, close to 200 times a red card has been issued in the World Cup. And this only marks the second time that a red card has been suspended. I think it makes its own point.
Yes.
If you were going to go down that direction, though.
If I were going to go down
Kodak
that direction.
Black, Lil Wayne, just saying, there's been some other figures that have been pardoned or helped by the president.
I just don't know how that's comparable to a red card in a soccer match.
He's trying to flex his power, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
know.
If we were going down that direction,
wasn't the player that did it black?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they tried to flex on the black American, and Donald Trump flexed back and was like, I'll be the only one that flexes on black Americans.
I think this should also be pointed out here. Listen, if you're gonna flex on anybody black, that's the way to do it.
Might as well go ahead and flex. But I will let you know when it comes down to where we're at right now, what we got going on in this America. I'm going to be the only one that's flexing on Americans, Jack.
So
you don't get to do it.
Balogun, his parents are Nigerian. They lived in England. And the reason that he's able to play for the U.S. is because while his mom was still pregnant, they restricted her from traveling back to London. So she actually gave birth to him in the United States.
Which means he gets American citizenship.
We'll take it, baby.
But all right. So if this results in a deep run here, I'm just saying, maybe this
your
is a move
people
here.
lost. So, and you're still like skeptical about America. I don't get it.
I'm just like, hey, you know what?
What are you trying to say, John?
Hey,
Start birthing your kids in America.
Don't be in such a rush. Like, hey, there's a flight delay. There's some issues at the airport. There's some
like the dude in Barcelona, but he'd be having a Barcelonian child.
I told you we almost had an Italian child. They would not. This lady was trying to prohibit my wife while pregnant from boarding the plane to go back to the States.
Oh, it would have been sweet.
I will never forget. I swear to God, I told the ticketing agent, I said, you're probably going to induce labor now with the stress that you're putting her through at this point.
Did you say it that way, or did you say it like?
Hey,
this was after like an hour of trying to. So basically what happened was we had a nice family trip and we're coming back through. We didn't have any kids at the time. We were pregnant with our first. And my wife tends to be a little bit naive at times and super friendly and like sweet woman. And so as we're walking by, like to go into the security line, they happen to ask you, oh, are you pregnant? She's like, yeah. And she's like, well, how many weeks along are you? And she tells her this woman was like the glove, like Gary Payton, snatched that boarding pass and everything right out of her hand in a heartbeat. And she's like, you can't fly.
Yeah.
She's like, you're too far along. And I was like, ooh, and I looked at her face dropped.
Like, babe, why you running your mouth? You be talking. I be looking at you. I be.
I looked at the lady.
Brady's like, I'll see you back home.
That's just me. I be there looked at Trish like, Trish, come on.
I looked at the lady.
Why you always want to talk to people?
No, I was like, all right, props to this lady because she completely set us up.
No way.
That was like when it was like sweep the leg out of nowhere. I mean, we dropped her, put her in a body bag.
You're
like,
supposed to see that coming. You're supposed
never saw it coming.
She's supposed to see that coming.
I am pleading with them at this point, talking to them about, hey, like we obviously got here and we haven't been here that long. So she's essentially been the same amount of weeks as what we were originally allowed to come to your country on. And so I tried to get a supervisor. I tried to get anyone I could. Finally, someone after about an hour comes up and says, if you just get a doctor's note, you can, you guys can find, and we showed up early because it was an international flight. I was like, you can get her onto the flight, but it has to be okay by this whatever doctor. Unfortunately, it was a weekend. So obviously the doctor's office isn't open. We have no emergency contact to get a hold of the doctor. So we fortunately had a friend who happened to be an OBGYN that we just reached out to. They happened to get back, send us the letter, and we are like racing through the airport, through security, everything to make this flight. But they were like, yeah, you can't leave at this point. And I looked at the lady and go, so do you expect us to have just a birth here in Italy? And she's like, yes. I was like, okay.
Hey, listen.
I would have been looking at my wife like, you mother lover.
But think about it this way. Italy has missed the last 3 World Cups.
I know.
I know. So they identified, wait, that's a former U.S. Olympian, and that's an NFL quarterback,
a washed up football player.
That's an NFL. Dang. Hey, listen, we'll take whatever we can get here. So
I was thinking like maybe we started like a football league over there. We could have started our life over
good
at that
looking.
point.
Oh man.
At least you're good looking.
You're
not overweight.
What are you talking about?
That's probably why she was hating on y'all, because she looked at the husband and was like, oh, yeah, now y'all aren't going anywhere.
Gosh, could have been Italian.
You're going to stay here.
Move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We made it back.
Yeah.
But
nice.
I'm not really sure where the hell we got into this.
It doesn't matter. Who cares? As long as you guys made it back.
He's playing. The U.S. gets one of their best players, if not their best player in the tournament so far. And by the way, I feel like it's good for the tournament to have the U.S. involved, right? Like,
yes.
The games are over here. I don't feel like those stands are going to be as full for as many of the games as we kind of get down, after a while. I mean, the ticket prices are ridiculous anyway, but.
It's been, I'll say this, the Argentina-Cape Verde game on
awesome.
Friday. That
was awesome.
That's the thing.
Talk about a good-looking set of stands and fans there.
You texted me, said you couldn't stand up. You thought that was such a fascinating game to watch.
Yeah, you just got to relax yourself
so
for the duration of time.
Oh, he's back. Yeah.
You just got to relax yourself, because if you're not
so
relaxed,
he was making a tent with the family.
You're stressed. You're stressed at the camp out. You don't want to be too stressed at the camp out.
It's camp season, that's for sure.
I mean, when those two teams play.
Well, it is the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio.
TP,
LaVar Arrington,
not a
Brady
10.
Quinn, Jonas Knox with you. Brought to you by Incogni. Every scam starts with one thing. It's your personal info being available to the wrong person. So what Incogni does is they contact hundreds of data brokers and legally force them to remove your information. They can't spam you if they can't find you. And right now, get 60% off with an exclusive deal at Incogni.com/Jonas. Take back your privacy. That's Incogni.com/Jonas. Up next, we're going to try and call our shot on a big-time move in the world of sports, and it's yours here on FSR. Diana Rossini, in order to get out of a ticket, FaceTimed the head coach of the Cops' favorite team just to prove what she did for a living and to use that as some sort of a play to get out of this ticket. She talked about it as much, I believe, with Stu Gatz of Fox Sports Radio and sort of told the story. And, oh, yeah, I had to do it. It worked, got out of the ticket. As it turns out, that didn't happen. That did not happen. In fact, what did happen was the body cam footage of the encounter was released yesterday. And so because of that, we now have what really went down. There was no FaceTime. There was no conversation with the head coach putting the cop on FaceTime to let her out of the ticket. Instead, it sounded a little something like this.
So, you're not going to care. I'm an NFL reporter, and I just broke that Sean McDermott got fired from the Bills, and that is what I was just sending a tweet. I was going to pull over because I have to make calls. Okay. I know you don't care, but I'm just letting you know my reason why. Okay. It was a work thing, and it was an emergency. I cannot believe it. You know who was on the phone with?
Who?
Brian Gable, because he lost the job.
Oh, okay.
So you can make the connection. Are you a fan of Giants or Jets?
I'm not a fan of either, so.
What is your team?
I'm a Vikings fan, unfortunately. Let's see it.
Can you see the name?
Oh my God. KOC?
See what I said? Look what I said to him though just now. Go to the bottom.
Oh my God. Wow. Pretty cool.
Dude, I love the Vikings though. They're awesome. KOC's awesome.
Yeah. He seems like a good dude.
Your quarterback sucks though.
Yeah. So he's got to get it. He's got to fix it. Listen, I'm going to cut you a break on the cell phone. I understand your job requires you to be on the phone a lot.
I know.
Just try to wait till you get home, okay? Yeah, keep me updated with the Vikings, okay? Let me know if KOC's going to get a new quarterback in.
On Twitter, you see him.
Of course. All right, man. Take care.
Kevin O'Connell's got to be like, dude, can I get away from this, please? Like,
I don't want to be a part of this.
Like, what? Please leave me alone.
Two things. I'll first address the bet. I actually think, LaVar, this is the worst thing for your bet because now we're starting to get to the point where we're getting the low-hanging fruit.
It's gimmicky. Yeah.
And beyond that, I would actually go back and say it takes away even more to her credibility in a couple of ways for me. One, the whole thing's cringe. She sounds cringe, the way she talks, like even in a manner like that, to, however you feel about a player in the NFL, to sit there and say stuff like that, like, come on. You don't need to say that, don't need to do that to get out of the ticket or whatever's happening. The other thing is she lied about it. Like from her own account when she was on Stu Gatz and Company, good friend, obviously, of Fox Sports Radio.
What up, Stu?
Back in February, she's the one that recounted that she got pulled over for texting and driving and asking the officer his favorite NFL team. It follows this entire storyline and then said she was FaceTime with an unnamed coach. That was what was reported in the New York Times. But that was coming from her own admission of this in an interview. So what we've come to find out now is not only is she not really even credible about half the crap she says, she has zero integrity for how she was going about reporting it. So this whole thing to me, it's like, if people want to keep reporting on this stuff, whatever. I don't think it makes it to week one, even more so. I'm just done with it. I'm done with the whole thing. I don't care. I don't know that anyone cares anymore. Let the people kind of move on. It's over for me. It's done.
She's just a convivial person, man. Like I mean, what's wrong with her being nice and approachable? I mean, it's better than the other. You know, it's better than being a
Well, hold on for a second. Do you think, like, did you hear what she first said in the beginning of that?
That somebody
like a coach who was interested in another job. Like, do you think that guy who maybe told her that wants that out there?
No, absolutely not. I'm not debating the fact that she was right. I'm just saying she was convivial.
She sounds like a rat.
All.
She sounds like a rat. She sounds like I will show you a text exchange between a coach and myself. I'll tell you about another coach I talked about. I'll tell you about a quarterback that sucks.
Well, that sounds like a lot of people out here these days. That sounds like a lot of people out here.
Yeah, but she's like a reporter. She's supposed to not have that approach to try and get out of a ticket. Like,
well, how do you know what her approach has yielded her as a return?
I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
all I'm saying is I'm not condoning what she did, but people say and do things. I'm sure people have done far worse to get out of tickets. That's all I'll say. I've seen it online before too. And I don't know if it's real or if it was just a thought out bit for the video that was posted, but I've seen people do more to get out of paying tickets.
Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox with you, in for Dan and the guys. So coming up in about 20 minutes from now, somebody just can't escape it. They cannot escape the criticism in the world of sports, NFL related. We'll have that for you here on FSR. So we talked earlier in the show about the whiteboard session that Rich Paul had with Max Kellerman, where they broke down all the different teams and reasons for the teams.
Can you list off
that's not new,
all
though.
the teams?
Whiteboard is not new, by the way. He uses that whiteboard quite a bit on that show. They have a show. Kellerman and Paul, they have a show. But he uses that like to illustrate his, like when he's making points and stuff like that, he actually illustrates it on the whiteboard. Just so there's some context.
I mean, I'm a visual learner. I know you said you're an audio learner.
Yeah,
so
I'm video and audio, but I'm just
you're
not
both.
I'm not a doer.
It's usually you're one or the other.
Yeah, I'm not a doer learner. I can listen and learn it, and I like to apply it while I'm listening to learn it. But I'm not a. You can't I don't know how am I explaining it?
I got to see it.
I got to see it and do it. I can't just see it.
Like write it down by hand helps you memorize it.
I have to do it.
You know what I know what you are. You're a football guy. You know why you're a football guy?
Oh gosh.
Because you do the install, you see it, then you walk through it, and then you go play full speed. That's how you do it. You're a football guy. No big deal.
You just got to make it clear what I got to do first.
Yeah, you're a football guy.
But then I got to be clear on what everybody else is doing second. And if you don't explain it clearly enough for me to get it, that's not on me. That's on you.
That's a football guy.
Anyway, it's such a lazy take,
I'm going to tell my wife that.
Can we get to what exactly?
If I don't get it, it's your ass. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
What exactly was the reasoning for each one of the teams? It was just mostly the players. I felt like there was some scribble. I couldn't understand on the board I was trying to read, and I was like, I don't know what he's trying to say.
Yeah, just because it goes down to their whole thing where it's about happiness. There's more to this than just, so he's got to factor in all these different equations. Just
so it gets that complicated, huh? You can't just choose. I want to play ball. Who wants me to play ball? I want to play ball. Let's go. It's more to it than that at this point.
It's like having an argument over what do you want to have for dinner, and you guys just end up going to the same place you always go to. It's like, what was the argument for? Like, why are we fighting over? You don't want that. You've never wanted that. What's the debate? We're just going to end up at the same spot we go to, and LeBron's going to end up with either the Sixers or the Heat or the Cavs, or it's like, come on, man. We don't need the bells and whistles and the song and dance to go along with it. Just pick your spot. We go there, we celebrate you. You can document it all you want. You can bring Bronny. That's cool, all that's fun, and then we go from there. Instead, it's got to be this whole drawn out, spectacle that they continue to do, and it's every time it comes up. Every single time he's got an opportunity for free agency, it just pops up. Like when Kevin Durant made his decision to go to the Warriors, there was no whiteboard breakdown or anything like that. It was Draymond Green sobbing in a parking lot and calling him because they just lost to the Cavs. Hey, the good old days. And that was 10 years ago. And somewhere along the line, things just got way out of control. And you know what I blame? I blame high school recruits who went through that whole crap where they would pick a hat and then put it back down and pick up the hat that they were going to go to when they committed to a college. Stop. Just make your decision, and let's move on with our lives. So with that being said, where should he go? All right, who's got what? All right,
I'm going to say the Cavs. I think he goes back home. If your swan song needs to finish somewhere, what better than the place you brought a championship, the place you first entered into the league, the place you grew up, the place that you had everyone witness your greatness, and bring Bronny with you. Have the fam come with you. So I'm making a plea. I'm making a call for Cleveland, but only on this condition. You win a damn championship again. You can't come back and go out or not reach what the Cavs did this past year, the Eastern Conference Finals. To me, it's championship or bust if you come back. So that's the only thing that should matter. That should be the objective. But if there's going to be a swan song, it has to be Cleveland.
I don't see it that way. I mean, it's possible. It makes, honestly, a ton of sense to go back to where it all started. But I also look at it, why ruin when you went back and won it the last time you went there? Why go back and not win it? You're not going to win it. He's not going to win it going to Cleveland. So
damn. He's done it before. What are we talking about?
Yeah, that was when LeBron
the greatest
was
comeback
LeBron.
we've ever seen in NBA Finals was done in Cleveland. Sorry, Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team. LeVar.
We don't need basketball. We win in everything else.
Yeah, clearly. Oh, yeah, the Pirates? How are they doing on the plate?
We got Skeens. What's his name?
How are those Penguins doing?
We had a down year. We had a down year.
They did make the playoffs, but
we had a down year. But that's all right. We've been very, very good at the. We don't do cheerleaders. We don't do any of that stuff. We don't do the bells and whistles. The Browns don't have cheerleaders either. I don't think.
No, I heard Pittsburgh couldn't have them though. Yeah, some of their best talent, Hall of Fame talent. There's
some Cavs is too strong. Anyway. Anyway, I just think that for LeBron James and being in the situation that he's in, why not go to San Antonio? Wemby's a big enough star now. The question is, can LeBron James handle being in a situation where he's in a new market and he's actually not – wherever he goes – in theory, he's going to become the top dog at that stop. In theory. If he goes to Cleveland, it's not going to be Donovan Mitchell's show. It damn sure ain't going to be James Harden's show. It's going to be LeBron James's show. If he goes to New York, that's why Jake Paul was saying that Bronson would have to give the okay that I'm okay with it, because the biggest concern that you're going to have Rich Paul.
Said Jake Paul.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the Pauls.
Could you imagine if Jake Paul, by the way, was dealing with this? I mean, Cleveland would be a shoo-in if that was the case, right? Or actually, they live in Miami, so maybe Miami would be.
They're all related. I mean, they're all promoting and making things happen out there on the circuit. So one of the Paul boys.
I can see that.
He's making sure he allows for this to breathe, because again, there's going to be pause, like with Belichick. Sometimes you can be too big for your own good. Sometimes you can be too accomplished, and it worked out for Tom Brady. I don't know that it necessarily worked out for Aaron Rodgers, but there's like a few times in sports history where you get a person that's so big that you have to concern yourself with how does that person integrate with the team that you already have and the leaders that you already have established. How will that work out? There's not very many players you're going to be able to name that you can say if you bring LeBron James in, it's not so much him as the player that he is now that's the biggest concern. It's the personality. It's the what did Jake Paul call it? It's the whole thing, the enterprise equity of them, or whatever you want to call it.
Enterprise value.
Yeah.
I love how you're calling him now Jake Paul at this point.
Yeah.
It's just you're going with it.
I'm with you.
This is great.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm Mr. Paul.
Who cares?
Mr. Paul.
He can break that down.
I mean, people say LaVar Ball. I lost my identity to Lamar Jackson and LaVar Ball. If they get it right, I'm LaVar Ball. If they get it wrong, I'm Lamar. And I mean, my family members have called me Lamar.
Yeah, I lost mine to the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Talk about
So
a kick in
you
the
can
nuts.
relate.
Yeah, it's awful.
I just don't understand why I get LaVar Ball or Lamar. Like, I've been LaVar a long time. Lamar is a name that is not new. He was in Revenge of the Nerds. He was throwing the flimsy javelin, and it was aerodynamically sound, and it went a really long way, even though he didn't have to throw it very hard. Lamar has been around, so Lamar Jackson should not have been the catalyst of ruining saying my name correctly. I just don't get it.
All right.
It's not that hard.
So
and it's
I've
not
got
hard
a,
to pronounce either.
All right, I've got a team for LeBron.
All right.
Here you go.
Now, you're going to have to walk with me through this, okay?
Oh,
we're going to take a
gosh.
little journey here.
It's the Chicago Bulls.
No, we're going to take a little journey here.
No, I mean the Boston Celtics.
So the
yeah.
So do you think that LeBron's relationship with the Lakers ended on a positive note? Like, do you think it's time with the
Behind
Lakers?
closed doors, like sitting by himself, talking
probably
to
less
his wife and
positive
kids?
than-
Yeah, no.
Probably not as positive.
Yeah.
Now, if you also followed along with the journey of Bronny, because it is Summer League season, a couple of years ago, there was a clip that went viral where Bronny was playing in a Summer League game, and Jaylen Brown was caught mouthing to, I believe, his girlfriend at the time, and Angel Reese, who he was sitting next to, saying, I don't think Bronny can play, or something along those lines. LeBron was not happy about that. He was not thrilled with those comments from Jaylen Brown.
So they got rid of him.
So, if you follow along the track of pettiness here, and I'm taking the petty road.
This is ridiculous.
There's one place you can go where you can stick it to the Lakers and stick it to Jaylen Brown after all these years, and it's the Boston Celtics. You go to the Celtics after you leave the Lakers, and you have yourself an opportunity to go win a title. And by the way, for people that think, well, they don't have a championship roster, are you sure about that? Their odds are shorter to get to the finals right now without Jaylen Brown than the Sixers are with Jaylen Brown.
It's not accurate.
That is accurate.
Yeah, that's not accurate.
It is
Refresh your
accurate.
page again. Refresh your page again.
It is accurate.
It's not accurate.
Jonas, just tell everyone you're a Celtics fan.
It's not.
Just,
This has nothing
just
to
admit it. You're being a homer again.
There is no fandom here. All right. There's nothing. There's no fandom here. I'm going out of the. I'm putting my whiteboard together. All right. So let me control.
Whoa.
Hey, this is.
Don't get carried away,
Hey.
bro. Like, what? Relax.
Hey, Brady, how about you mind your own whiteboard, boy?
Whoa.
I can't.
Boy.
Enough's enough. If he wants to get back and right some of the wrongs that have taken place between him, his family, and some of the haters out there, there's one place to do it, and it's going to Boston. All right, that's the place for LeBron.
Yeah, I can't. You know what? LeBron's gonna retire and we're going to football. And he's gonna be like, "Oh, the Bears should sign him." The Bears, or he'll get into hockey now. The Penguins, like this guy. Let me tell you,
what is
this boy?
I don't understand what your problem is, boy. We're trying to come up with answers here. Now, realistically, I think it's going to be the
your
Warriors.
whiteboard's been covered up by a white sheet and a white cap. I'm not sure what those there for. But.
Actually, last night.
The night before, bro.
I would say, look, I believe it's going to be the Warriors.
He was the butcher on the form, huh?
Dang. I believe it was. I think it's going to be the Warriors. I think Draymond Green. I think Draymond Green's a Rich Paul guy.
It makes the most sense because that's one of those teams that can absorb LeBron James.
Yeah.
You got Steph Curry. You're not going to supplant Steph Curry as the face of that franchise. It's not going to happen. You got Draymond, who now, I got an old-ass LeBron on my team. This is my team, too, just as much as Steph Curry. I can manage LeBron James. They can manage him.
So his enterprise can integrate with the Warriors.
It could also integrate with the Spurs, I believe, because they're young enough where they're influenced by LeBron James, but they're good enough where LeBron would literally just need to be kind of like a guide, an on-field, on-court type of general. Teach the what, man?
I'm just thinking. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it.
I don't think he's not needed in OKC. Dallas could be an interesting stop for him. I just don't know if they're structurally as a team personnel-wise or as a group of coaches, staff, front office, if they're ready to bring in. What you have to have infrastructure in place that can handle bringing in a LeBron James. If you don't, it's going to go bad quick.
So one of the things that Rich Paul pointed out, something along those lines of, the Knicks, he wouldn't want to deal with the optics that would come with him joining a team that had just won a title, because he's worried about the optics.
Why?
Like, dude, you joined forces with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, and you guys had WrestleMania entrances before you even played a game. Like, let's stop with the optics stuff. Like, I'm worried about the optics. No, you're not. If you were worried about the optics, your agent wouldn't be having a whiteboard session with Max Kellerman to break down all the different scenarios and destinations. It's a lot, but at least we've gotten to the bottom of that. So. Yeah, I think it's going to be the Warriors, but who knows? Maybe he does go back home to the Cavs, and they can see if they can run it back.
The Cavs?
Yeah, that too.
The clavicles?
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
The Cleveland Cavs.
Okay.
Jonas, you okay over there, bud?
Yeah, I'm good.
He over here crashing out like Brandon Ayuk.
Listen.
Little boy.
You guys got to stop messing with me, man. I'm telling you.
What?
It's going to get bad in here, but I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why can't you just say boy?
Why you hiding behind your wife, man? Stop hiding behind her, dog. You know what I mean? Break free from her, and then I'll trust what you got to say.
The better question is who does Brandon Ayuk sign with? That's the real question.
Bro.
Because, by the way, I think I have it. The 49ers don't have to do anything. They can just wait this out. They don't have to do a damn thing. Like, okay, buddy, keep doing whatever you're doing. We're just going to – he doesn't even count towards the roster right now. They've got some list. I forget the list he's on, but he's not even counting towards the roster, so they don't have to do anything. And they clearly aren't going to be able to trade him. So that's your guy, Brandon Ayuk.
People don't want that. They're not going to – the more he does this, the more – like – Washington, I see all the message boards and I see the personalities. I get all those updates. They're frying him. The moment he came out and said something about Jaden Daniels, forget about Washington now.
It's over.
Like, it's a wrap. So it's like, one, you're not valued enough to trade for now from anyone. The one team that made a ton of sense because you could leverage the relationship between the GM, between the quarterback, they go back to college, It makes a lot of sense. Now you then ruined that. What other recourse is there? What other recipient would be out there? I'm sure there's someone out there laying in the wings like, He's going to burn himself out. He's going to have his rock bottom moment, and when he's at rock bottom, we're going to get a hold of him, and we're going to give him a veteran league minimum deal, and we're going to see if we can get something out of him. There's somebody out there that's looking at it that way.
Rams?
Why not?
Add to that rivalry a little bit.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
He'd be motivated.
It is the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox, in for Dan and the guys. By the way, be sure to check out our YouTube channel for the show. We're live right now on YouTube. Search 2 Pros FSR within YouTube. Again, that's 2 Pros FSR. Hit the subscribe button. After you've done that, tap the thumbs up icon and comment away. Whether you agree or disagree, let us know what you think. Again, just search 2 Pros FSR on YouTube and subscribe. All right, so coming up next here, we're going to tell you about somebody who catches another stray in the world of sports out of nowhere, and it's yours right here on FSR.
We are Fox Sports.
Wake up, it's 2 Pros and a Cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes.
No pain, no gain, and I have dished out a lot of pain.
I played the game. The rules are still the same.
Hey, America, you want some sports? We got it for you.
2 Pros and a Cup of Joe is 3 guys talking sports, having some fun, and a great way to wake up in the morning.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of stats for us to get through right now.
We're here to break it all down for you.
I always hear that defense wins championships, but LaVar, I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. It's just one of those shows that gives you that feeling of, I'm talking to my friend anywhere you may be, a sports bar, a living room. As different as we are, it works.
When he scores his first touchdown, what will the celebration be?
It might just be a spike.
Yes.
He's going to derobe first.
Jeez.
They set their wedding date on the day of the Super Bowl, and the groom's trying to move the wedding now to get out of it so he can go see the game. Is he in the wrong here?
Let that man use them tickets.
Unbelievable.
We're like those 3 best friends that grew up together.
We've developed a chemistry. In case you missed it, LA's finest, that's right, everybody's favorite. Apparently had a few too many drinks last night. This guy's got a little bit of an issue here, huh?
Call a taxi.
I hear he has a weird infatuation with elevator rides.
There we go.
We're 3 brothers and we look identical.
Oh, wow. Really?
I totally agree.
Yeah. Wrap it up, let's go.
My guys.
Yes! 2 Pros.
And a Cup of Joe.
More sports, more fun.
the Dan Patrick Show here on Fox Sports Radio. LaVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, Jonas Knox in for Dan and the guys. By the way, we're going to be back at our normal time slot coming up tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you said we were going to be here tomorrow. Oh.
Project.
Back to the Jacks. Dang.
So 6 a.m. Eastern time, 3 o'clock Pacific is where you can find two
Back
pros
to the trap house.
And a cup of Joe here. By the way, I'm surprised that hasn't been one of your intro songs, Brady. Surprised you haven't gone that route. Or did you have
what route would that be? I'm sorry?
The Projects route, whatever that song is that you like.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a good one. I like to break that out from time to time on my own. And I don't like to force that into the intro.
Gotcha.
You know?
All right.
Yeah. Plus, I don't actually view that time slot the same way you guys do. So
I love it. That's the spot, man.
Don't do that. Don't.
My projects.
Because Brady has the time slot. So, of course, he doesn't have
Hey,
the
man,
same
you
reaction.
got half your family on the East Coast. I don't know why you don't make the move.
we got the Jacks.
We're open for business out here, man.
It really might have to happen.
By the way, if you've
all I
missed
can
any
say.
of today's show, you're going to want to catch the podcast. Just search Two Pros wherever you get your podcast. Right after the show, today's pod will be posted. Be sure to follow it, rate it 5 stars. You can even provide a review. Again, just search Two Pros wherever you get your podcast. You'll find today's full show and a best-of version posted right after we get off the air. All right, so Scott McCloughan, former Washington GM, longtime NFL executive, I think did some scouting as well, too. He was on with Kevin Sheehan on the Team 980 in D.C., and he talked about the drafting of a quarterback in the first round this past year as one of the moves that he did not agree with in the NFL draft. Let's take a listen.
I think the quarterback from Alabama was overdrafted.
Okay, Ty Simpson.
Yeah. But it's the position alone, you know. I think not being a guru, but he's like J.J. McCarthy. He's like Mac Jones. He's a career backup.
So
ideally,
this is now the second time in about a week that J.J. McCarthy has caught a stray in which he did not deserve to catch. The first was Diana Rossini in a body cam video that was released. And now we've got Scott McCloughan. And I seem to remember that those two also, there's a sort of a history between that as well, too, between them. So not that that's the main part of the story, but I'm looking at this going, J.J. McCarthy can't catch a break. Like, this has been an awful offseason for him. And at some point, if I were J.J. McCarthy, I'd want to get the hell out of Minnesota. I got to get away from this. He's getting it from every angle. And 9 needs to go someplace where he can get his respect back because it's not happening in Minnesota anytime soon.
They need to change numbers, too. Just drop the whole 9 thing altogether.
All of it.
The reality is, Kyler Murray was brought to Minnesota to be the guy. And the tough part for J.J. McCarthy is he can't ask for a trade or try to get out now because then it'll look poor. It'll look like he doesn't want to compete. It'll look like he's kind of giving up on that. So he's in a tough spot because, to your point, it probably would be better if he had a fresh start somewhere else. But that's most likely not going to be granted to him, at least before this year starts. The best he can do is try to compete his ass off. Hopefully he just gets a chance to start. If he doesn't, if he gets a chance to play, go in there and do the best you can. That's really all he can do right now.
It's going to take luck for him to ever play in Minnesota, whether it's an injury. Because even if it's not Kyler Murray, it's not going to be J.J. McCarthy. This is what it's sounding like by everybody who's speaking on it.
VAR, obviously, your time in Washington, your thoughts on the fact that it's McCloughan and Rossini who are making this.
It's an interesting drawing of pulling the two together. And I'm glad that the DP music came on and it was time for us to get up out of this segment because there is some historical value to those names in Washington, D.C. Nova.
Idea.
They call it Nova, Northern Virginia. If you know, you know. Man, I'm getting out of here. Bye, y'all. Back to the projects.